Alrighty, everybody. Are you all ready for another episode of That was louder than
Me
last
too,
time.
King.
It's good.
My ears bleed.
My. Yes,
Introducing the person who is playing Arnold Fleischman.
Big sniff.
Big sniff.
Big Sniff himself.
Stiff.
Yes.
You wanna? Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I'm waiting on you to introduce yourself.
No, I insist you go first.
Oh,
All right. My name is Earndil, and I'm playing as Arnold Fleischman. I am a writer for the production chat formerly known as If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device.
tough times, ain't it, man?
I'm on the street, willing to write your stuff for you.
I mean, don't jinx it, Thurston. Things ain't looking great.
Oh.
Stay optimistic.
All right, Zoran.
Okay,
What do I do again? I'm concussed.
You're Arnold.
Yes.
Fuck dude, he sure is.
That Earndil sure do be Earndil.
Be Dylan every day.
I am ZoranTheBear. I am playing Barin Stackball. And the one below to me on this thingy majigger is our wonderful Mecurion, played by...
Give me an S. Give me a P. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm speaking.
What?
And I am
Please
also
don't.
one of the great and glorious writers of...
You are a writer on show.
For Alphabusa and all of our wonderful upcoming projects that you can take a look at on Alphabusa's Patreon.
I like to imagine we're kind of arm linked together and like, yeah, we're from the...
The sad Hulk music plays. Oh no, not
Sorry.
the baby! No,
You can't do this.
no, you can't use that power.
No, it's okay. We've already... People have stopped watching long ago.
400 brave
this
souls
point.
marching into hell with us. All right? Who's the other elf? Tell us your name.
Oh, yes. Hello, my name is Odoroshi. I'm playing Zilyana Stonebloom, and I am not a writer on the property formerly known as the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device.
That's true.
It's nice.
You
nice
almost
to
had a
meet you.
roll. Yeah, we can talk about that. How you almost had a roll, but
Almost. I almost did.
But not close enough.
who's our DM? What's his name?
I don't know. He doesn't get one.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just skip him.
He doesn't get
It's
one.
fair.
Yeah.
I'm just the
Give me a
world.
minute. I'm getting to him, speaker.
Just the
You gotta
world.
give me a minute.
Okay, fine. You have 1 minute, but be very
Okay, you
quick
can
about
do
this
it.
by
Go
time.
ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead. You can do it. You do it.
Me?
No, speaker.
Yeah.
You do it.
Yeah.
Introduce him.
And our game master who will be plunging us into the bulging swamps of the old world. What's his name? Let's find out. What do you?
My name's Thurston, and sometimes I go by on call GM, and I too was going to have a role on that Emperor text thing. In fact, the last video that was released that was 90% or 99% done. The 1% was that my voice lines were used. I'm very sad. That's all.
I'm doing
Sorry, I
chat.
still sniffling,
The
can't help
person saying, the folks are saying, "God, just don't worry about it. It's really not something you should really worry on. Just understand we're fucking off, and we're
Yeah, we're
moving
being
on."
assholes. No, everything's
It's
actually going really well.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay.
And
This
joking
is a
aside,
bit. It was a bit.
Yeah. No, I can speak for us all when I say we've got 3 episodes of something already written.
Woo.
And I was going to voice a Dark Eldar who would talk like a pirate, but that did not happen.
Well.
That would have been epic.
The micro
I even
Against
sent the
speaker
voice lines and
continue.
everything. Ah, well. The road not traveled, as M. Bison would say.
That's right.
But yeah.
Such is life in the zone. Where were we last?
Yeah, where were we last time? We don't give a fuck anymore.
Wow!
I give a fuck,
I've had it
Thurston.
with
Give
this
us the
DM's
recap.
railroading.
Give me-
I'm taking over this planet, guys. Last time we were in Altdorf or some
Okay.
shit.
We weren't even in
Listen,
Eldorf,
dude, now
you
we're
fool.
on the moon. How are you gonna find your oxygen? Who knows?
Barin wants to cast.
Just so you guys
create
know,
air.
this is the kind of quality you can come to expect this kind of quality from us going forward, by the way.
Shut up.
Barin wants to cast create air. Can I use my combat pistol to create air?
What is happening?
I don't know.
I'll roll.
I don't know, you're not taking the reins, Thurston!
like
I
every day
rolled.
we have a little
What do
bit
I?
more
What
of a
do I
stroke.
win?
Okay.
Thurston, you're falling apart.
Good lord, I was trying to give you guys space for your fucking emotional traumas, but no, I've had it up to here with your bullshit. We're playing a game and we're gonna have fun. Fuck all of you, whether you like it or not. Alright, welcome back to WarHams. This is episode 7 of our fantasy campaign, in which we go through emotional traumas by exploring the old world of Warhammer fantasy. And this particular thing, we are returning to our intrepid band of Chucklefucks as they enjoy their time in the imperial town of Bogenhafen. They have recently arrived along with Josef Quarchin on board the boat, the Barabelli, which was bringing wine in an attempt to help Baron Stackwall, that would be Zoran's character, meet up with a local magistrate to discuss the Stackwall mine and the situation that has been going on with the Stackwall mine, which is Stackwall mine has sure been fucking et by Skaven or rat people that maybe exist but probably don't exist. And so they were trying to track down this magistrate in town, and as they began their attempts to do so, they realized that the line to get to him was incredibly difficult. But before that, they decided they were going to, some of them decided they were going to go to a local law office to follow up on a lead of Arno Fleischmann looking like a mysterious person they found on the road in the first episode. However, that was an ambush, and the strange bounty hunter that had been pursuing them for the past few sessions had declared that there was an ambush that was going on. Adolphus Cuffsus was his name, and what had happened was that they were locked in a room, but before anything could happen, something murdered Adolphus Cuffsus in a brutal display, and our players chased after and eventually found a lovely junior lawyer who indicated, that she had just been hired to assist in this ambush, and that Cuffsus was dead, so they had no more leads. So they decided to go look for the magistrate, eventually finding that the line to meet with him was incredibly difficult to get through, but they realized that the magistrate was actually very much interested in another thing that was going on, which was a sort of zoocopia put on by one Dr. Malthusis. So our players ended up going there. They waited, and during this entire affair, the three-legged mutant goblin attempted to escape, which they stopped, and then they were given free admission into the show, which they enjoyed. But then the three-legged mutant goblin escaped again, this time rushing off into the sewers. The magistrate was very displeased with this whole situation and decided to have a moment of talking with the PCs, and after all of that, our intrepid band of Chucklefucks have been hired to go into the sewers of Bogenhafen in order to find the missing three-legged goblin. That is the recap. That is where we are at. Let us go into the sewers. Are we good?
The Swears
The
Tunnel.
Swears Tunnel.
We're going into the sewers.
The Swears. The Swears Canal.
Nishdinky.
The Swears Tunnel.
Yes.
Zilyana.
Yeah, as I recall, Thurston, we literally just went up to a manhole and
That was where we literally ended off our last session, was you heading to a manhole. Correct. So we will start with all of you by this manhole that Zilyana has now cracked open, looking down into it and smelling the lovely runoff of Bogenhafen wafting up from the open grate.
Zilyana,
Aye.
do you remember a few months ago when we were sitting off the coast of Lothan eating those delightful little morsels of filet mignon and sipping from that wonderfully aged sweet red wine?
If I recall, I think you were doing that.
Oh, yes.
And,
What were you doing?
I think I was bench pressing the wine barrel. That's what we were doing.
right.
I remember.
I don't know why I'm even thinking about this, because, I mean, months have passed, and now we're about to jump into a sewer.
All right. Oh, your little nosy's very sensitive. I'm gonna reach around in my tabard.
Just fucking say you're little nosy. Talking to him like he's a fucking infant.
Yes.
My little nosy. Here you go.
I'm gonna.
Piece of coffee,
How do you
Waffy.
know that my little nosy is indeed quite sensitive, if you have anything to say?
Yes.
No, they know
Fiddle
you
around in my.
As he's like protesting, you're still putting it around. Fuck.
Yeah. I give him like a handkerchief, hold it up to his nose, pat his head.
Thank you very much, Zilyana. I'd be lost without you. All right, let's go kill the mutant green child, or whatever we're going to do, and be gone with this terrible freak show.
We're not gonna kill any. What?
Arno's got his arms behind his back, listening to Mecurion basically belt off that he didn't pay attention what was happening, and also what just transpired before him, between him and the Zilyana. Master Mecurion, if you want the peasantry to think more highly of you, I would suggest not looking so pathetic.
Well, my friend, if I wanted the peasantry to think higher of me, I wouldn't allow them to watch me jump into a sewer to chase after a three-legged goblin. I'd lower their taxes.
He does have a point.
That doesn't catch the goblins. Sir.
That is true. Thus we all must make compromises in this brave new world, and I believe every moment we dabble is another moment this hobgoblin creature slumps off further into the sewers. After you, gentlemen.
We're not gonna kill it, are we?
I don't think that's the plan.
No, we're going to capture it and bring it back, because that will bring us much better tidings. I won't break any tears over it if it does happen to die in the sewer.
Nugget is
Barin would have
pacing
liked
around
to,
the open manhole.
Barin
Yes,
would have
Barin.
liked to have collected some things that would have the goblin scent, so I could like bring it over to Nugget and be like, "Okay, buddy, I'll sniff this, and I'll allow you to allow whatever item I could have potentially been allowed to get or find."
Okay, like probably like, I don't know, the rags that he had inside.
Yeah, maybe we got ripped off at some point, or
Yeah. That's that sounds good. Good lord, let's see here 1 sec. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have Nugget do a little tracking test here by rolling initiative.
You know you can find it and get it past all the smells of the foul stench down below.
Sort of like shakes his head, like it's very clear he's got a scent, but then like puts his head down into the manhole and like rears back a bit, shake, borf.
Oh, come on, Nugget, you could do it for a Sigmar snack, couldn't you?
A Sigmar snack. Please tell me it's just the twin-tailed comet in a dog biscuit.
Is that a little biscuit?
It's like a maggot on it.
Oh God.
It's made of maggot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He eats the Sigmar snake.
Goodbye. Stop failing your roles, Nugget.
It looks like he has eaten the snack, but it is not agreeing with him. But he is able to go down with you into the sewers.
Arno is taking the fucking lead. He needs to get this
How
done.
about Nugget? Let's go down the sewers together. You're doing a great job. And of course, Barin will start to go down. He'll turn on his the candle in his helmet and go like, "I'll lead the way."
Barin lights the candle. The sewers engulf in flame from the methane.
Okay. All right. So you go down into the sewers. All right. So as you make your way down, you can tell that there's you're at sort of a crossroads of a primary like sewer shaft. You can tell that the way that the sewers are set up here is that there are 2 walkways, each 3 feet wide on either side of a 5-foot wide effluent channel. The effluent channels kind of like go along these larger lines. You should see them on the map here. Is this map showing to you? Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so these larger ones. So you're kind of coming down on the right-hand side. And there's like occasionally like ways to cross, but generally you're gonna have to jump unless otherwise stated. Like there might be like 1 or 2 places where they've made a little walkway, but overall it looks like you'd have to trudge through the effluent to get to the other sides. The curved ceiling here is about 10 feet above the walkways at their highest point. They're only large enough to allow you to travel in single file. So what I would like to get is a marching order from our players, please.
Arno will take
I'll
point.
be behind Arno.
Okay.
I'll be third.
And I suppose I'll keep the rear guard up.
Okay, where will Nugget go?
By me.
It's only 3. It's 3 feet across. You can have him next to
Yeah.
Barin.
He's by me.
Baron's not especially wide.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, well, thank you, Zilyana. It's so nice of you to see.
You're not
You're
fat.
Your physique has never looked greater, Baron.
Oh, well, thank you, dear. You're so very nice to me.
This is not the time nor the
Of course,
place.
it's the time I never get these compliments like this. Oh, thank you.
Bloody dwarf.
All right.
All right.
Yes.
Is it like exceptionally dark down here? There are no like light access shafts, right? Oh boy.
I feel really bad for you humans, but us elves.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Thurston, what's that D&D bit? The cave is dark. Every elf player. I actually have.
Hey, last time we forgot, and it mattered. So
I
That's
just
true.
have to point out, in reading this adventure, I did come to the first part that specifically called out elves, and I can't wait for us to reach it.
Oh, Christ.
Oh boy.
Very good, very good. But yes, there's no light except for the light above. So, unless some of you, have a torch or a lantern, but in Baron's case, you have a lantern, right?
Hey.
Your candle
Let me
lantern.
actually check my inventory.
Hey,
I think I might actually have a
Yeah.
torch.
I think I also have dark vision. Hold up. I forgot.
It would be a talent. It would be a talent. It would be night vision.
Yeah, I have night
Oh,
vision.
excuse
Yeah.
excuse me, Thurston. I got that completely wrong. I don't have a torch. I have torch or implements.
Torture.
God damn it!
I do have a tinderbox, but that's very useless in this
outta
issue.
here.
Don't have a fire, but you can start pulling out Mecurions.
Would you like okay? So Arno, realizing this, are you going to like quickly look around up on the surface to buy yourself a light source?
No, I'm gonna stick with this. I would like to rework the marching order if that's a possibility.
Okay.
Can I have Barin behind me instead of Zilyana, who is not emitting a light source despite being bubbly?
Aw.
Yeah, I can be up to you.
Oh, yeah, I'll go behind Baron. Or actually, just in case we're jumped from behind, maybe I should take up the rear? Just so
no,
our,
because you're probably the one. If we find a sign of the goblin and we need you to run at very fast speeds at it, it's best that you're at the front. And if it's behind us, I'm also one of the faster parts of the party, so
True.
it's best for me to be in the back, or at least I think either back or second from the front is the best location for me.
Understandable.
Okay. So we have our little marching order here off on the side. So, where are you going?
That way.
Well, I suppose.
You kind of have two options
yes.
here. You can head northeast, southwest, or east. Now, you would know that it came from, and I'll mark it on the. I'll mark it with a. I don't know here. Let's see if I can get a terrible oh wait, no. It came from this X here.
Okay, so not a whole lot of time would have passed in that situation. So I'm thinking it might still be over in this little access over this side. Like either over towards this gate or like still just in this junction here. If that makes any sense? So what I'm suggesting is we check out the narrow first before we go thinking it made it this way, because if we miss it and it goes this way, it could go way this way or way that way.
All right.
And then we'd be screwed.
Looking around, I don't remember. I think it like did actually get, if I'm not mistaken, didn't it like get clipped slightly by something or at least injured? Maybe if there's any like slight blood trail or like scrape marks from like loose metal dragging on the floor.
I don't know if we clipped it.
I remember it got hurt.
I
Oh, you
it
kicked it.
as a-
Okay.
so it
it
might
might
have,
be a
like-
little bloody.
Yeah, it
but
might
but
have
that was also from the first time you caught it. Then when it got out, it kind of like what you're probably remembering is it bit down on the dwarf handler and then fucked off away. Yeah.
So
Okay.
in this situation, it's a straight shot, though, right?
I mean, yeah, like you would have like, and you would have been provided like a basic like rundown of like directions and given like, these are the primary like pathways, which is why you kind of have this map in your head, so to speak. If you're trying to track, though, that is going to be a track skill, which some of you may or may not have.
I was thinking of maybe doing more of a navigate to like try and go through the sewer system.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you would like to give me a navigation, I will totally allow that to help you out. I'll give you a.
I do not have a map of the sewers.
I'll give you a plus 20 though, because they're like they're pretty basic.
Okay. I have nothing to assist.
Oh, 94.
94.
No.
No
So
good.
you come down here and you just have like no clue on which ways it could have gone. You're not sure if the goblin could have run to this junction and then made it off to one of these larger branches, or if it would still be to the east and in this section, or if there's even like smaller passages it could have used to screw off and get around. It's kind of tricksy.
Can Zilly and I give a second opinion?
I mean, absolutely.
All right.
I don't seem to have tracking, but I can do just perception. Just try and see if I see any. Also, I apologize in advance if y'all hear a dog barking.
No,
There's
just
one
think of it
right
as a
outside
dog.
my window, and it does not stop at all hours of the day.
Barin would also like to help.
Just plus 0.
All right, don't worry about Barin's roll.
That's 4 degrees of success.
Like
My elf eyes.
you are looking around. You're not quite getting any tracks or anything. Like you don't have like track as a skill. Your perception is showing you various sites around here. One sec. Doop, doop, doop. Checking something. Yeah, the biggest thing you're kind of catching is that there are some rats.
Rats, you see.
That's not
that
useful.
you are seeing further off to the east. It looks like there is a like congregation of rats along sort of like this area off to the immediate east of you, back towards where the goblin is. It looks like there was a group that was clearly scattered. They have come back, but like if you moved through them, it might cause you problems.
Barin would like to capture one of them.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you are a rat catcher.
All right, so here's the idea. Here's the idea. Barin knows, you know, he's dealt with rats all through the caves, you know, for most of his life. So he wants to go in there and like offer like a piece of jerky on one side, kind of deal, with like the little like rope tie trick kind of deal, like in the circle, put the
Okay.
meat inside there, and like just enough to where only one rat, put some, you know, broken up stone, put like a little like funnel system in there, just so one rat will be more tantalized going there, so not like a horde of them get in there.
Okay.
And what would you like me to attempt for that? I could do either animal handling or charm animal.
I think charm
Go for
animal,
it.
because you're trying to You're using food, so I'll even give you a plus 20 on this. Like,
Okay, cool.
yeah. I want you to fail this so badly.
I roll a
but
2.
you don't.
Astounding success. With the plus 8.
He's a wizard.
He's a rat-based wizard. Yeah, like you are clearly like the rat whisperer. Like only one of them leaves the rest of the swarm. It comes up to you. It like does the thing where it sits on its back legs a bit and like takes the food and begins eating it. Looks up at you expectantly.
And I captured it. It means you're struggling up to go, Arnold, quickly, this way. I need your help with this one. I need your torture implements.
What the bloody hell are you
I
doing?
don't believe it. So I put the rat in like a torture
Are you
situation
fucking
where I'm
kidding me?
interrogating
Are
it.
you
So now
are you
I have,
fucking
like, a
interrogating
table
this
made out of
fucking
some
rat
made
where
out
the
of
skaven
stone.
are?
and I have like stone there and everything. I gotta put like tie it up to the stone and everything. I angle my candle so it's like a spotlight, like the interrogation light. And I go like, where did the goblin go? Where did it go? You know where he went. I know damn well you know where he went. And I like do a
Barin, that's a
slap
rat.
across his head. Yes, I know it's a rat. These
Like-
things are the eyes and ears of the entire
I
empire
just-
down here. Where's Scarecrow?
I want like to switch to the perspective of the elves who've been like, yes, the realms of men and dwarves are so like strange and uncivilized. And then there's this fucking dwarf who's like setting up a little torture rack for a rat and just like, where is he? Where is he?
I'm gonna look at Zilyana.
I look back at him.
All right, Barin has lost his mind. I'll take the left side. You take the right. Let's get paid. And I'm just going to ignore the scene and begin moving forward.
Well, wait, hold on. What if the rat says something?
He's talking to rats.
You
He's
know-
a rat talker.
True. I thought he was a
Again.
rat catcher.
Yes, I thought so too, and it seems as though he's doing his
Zilyana,
job pro
can you give
bono.
me a perception check?
Sure. What could go wrong here?
Give me like a plus 40 even. Yeah,
oh, plus
yeah,
40.
Yeah.
Well, that's that was a plus
7
0.
degrees of
so-
success. So, like, as Mecurion has turned and begun yelling in this tight and confined space, with these sounds echoing, you can see that the rats behind him, like, they're starting to congregate.
Barin, let the rat go. He's calling his family.
That thing knows where that
And like Barin, you turn your head to see, like as Arno probably does, because your head turns and the spotlight goes off the interrogated rat, like towards Mecurion, who behind Mercurion's silhouette, there's just this like mounting swarm of rats behind him.
I get behind the rat and I like take out a bit of a crossbow bolt and I put it up to the rat's neck like I'm threatening to kill it. And I look at the rest of the rat horde and I'm like, I'll take
This
it
is
out
not a
with me.
hostage situation.
I need my information.
Barin, put it down.
Mercurion, what are you doing during this?
I'm trying to help
Whatever
us
the
get
fuck this
information.
is.
I'm assuming that we're like 2 steps from the ladder that brought us up. You know
you're-
what,
you're
gentlemen?
like-
You enjoy the sewers. I'm gonna start climbing back up.
No, I grab him by the back of the shirt.
Okay,
No.
so you're not like you've been traveling for a little bit in here. You're not still right by there.
Oh, okay, all right, fair enough. In that case, I won't ignore
Immediately
the adventure.
leaves.
All right,
This is
so
a
right.
convenient exit.
there's a giant human being made out of rats behind me.
Well, there's just like a mounting swarm. Like you can see that the ground behind you now is like covered in a carpet of these.
Okay, all right, hold on. Barin, let the rat go. I'm gonna take like a piece of my rations out and like rear back and like chuck it in the opposite direction from where we're traveling.
No!
Okay, give me a
My
ballistic skill test.
Ballistic
I'm
skill.
liking how
Yeah, of course you're throwing
Thurston,
something.
you have not
Yes, Arno.
you have not called on me for one thing, despite all of
What
this
are you
happening.
doing, Arno?
Basically,
I need Arnold's help.
oh, it doesn't matter. The scene has progressed.
I need Arnold's help. I still want to torture this rat for information where the goblin went.
I got a marginal failure, a 43 versus a 41. Oh my god, that dog.
Okay, you you toss, and it lands into the effluent, where it is, like, carried on.
Well, that didn't work. Anyway, let's go find the goblin. I don't think the rat's going to tell you anything, Barin. I don't think it talks. I mean, does it? If it could talk, I feel like it would have talked by now. So we should.
Looks up at Zilyana. He has a look of hurt on his face.
No, Barin, I don't mean.
Don't you think I know what I'm talking about?
Arno, what
Barin,
the fuck are you doing during
I think
this?
you've met rats that talk. I think you've met rats that talk, but I just don't think this one does.
Arno, what are you doing?
The eyes and ears.
I'm going to roll an unarmed attack against Baron's fucking head.
Don't hit me.
All right, here, let me do melee. Let me do melee brawl. Let me target him.
For the love of God, roll a 1 and crit him. Oh, boom!
Please instantly kill him. Oh my god.
It was a 16.
How will Baron oppose?
I guess because I don't want to hurt my friend, I'll dodge with my 19. Okay, so dodge.
If you critically fail, you're going in the sludge. Be careful.
I want to succeed with the determination. Or whatever.
Oh, okay. So you want to permanently burn your 1 resilience that you have left?
No.
Okay.
Fine. I'll get hit.
You will get hit, and then you know what else?
Yeah, I punch you in the fucking shoulder for making
Now
us
give me an
waste time
athletics
and make
test,
tons of noise.
Baron.
They can talk.
Baron,
they can
athletics
communicate.
test.
Okay. My 24 athletics. Here we go.
He hits you on the back of the head. The shock of it causes you to stumble slightly on the 3 feet of walkway that you have, and you fall into the effluent with a splash.
What the fuck?
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
How many
quite
diseases do
literally.
I get?
All right.
You don't have anything yet.
I'm gonna reach in and pull him out.
Arno is frowning extremely hard. Like you would think it would be a frown of anger,
Okay.
but he really is genuinely just like, this is so stupid.
I will point out that that you are now halved on all of your fellowship tests until you have a bath.
Oh, stinky.
Your fellowship of
Baron,
13.
Baron, known for his fellowship roles.
Yes, Baron, the known face of the party.
Barin just trying, to get information for the party. A little bit lost. He's a rat catcher.
Out of a-
He's
There's
Out of a
clearly
rat.
like
Out of a
a
rat.
fish in your beard, a dead fish. Just in your beard.
Baron Stackwall, how old are you?
Barin looks at his character sheet.
Yeah,
76.
How have you lived for 76 years? What happened?
Because I kept my clan safe from the rats, Mecurion. I learned them.
They look
I
behind
know
me
how
at the
they work.
enormous swarm of rats. Is it still swarming?
it's like kind of masked up. It's not doing anything just yet, but like the ground, like more and more rats seem to be joining it.
All right,
As
I'm
far
just
as
gonna
I
quickly
can
hold
Go
on a
ahead, sorry.
moment. Turning at the rats. Who do you think you are? Get out of here! And
Don't you start doing
Okay, give
that.
me a
too.
charm animal test.
yeah, I'm gonna do a charm animal test because my charm animal is actually pretty good. Since I am of gold status,
I don't think that the rats respect
I don't.
Get the bag.
Hey,
nobility.
Thurston, can I?
I'll get the bag.
Thurston, may I, as an action, do that pose from the army fellow from Beavis and Butthead, who said we're going to be talking about the penis? Except I do that to cross the channel and punch Mecurion
Well,
in the head.
Jesus.
I failed. I'll spend a fortune.
Speaker.
Yes, my friend. Yeah, marginal success.
Uh,
that.
Okay, so they're only going to slightly swarm you as opposed to full-on swarm you, so that's good.
So a success makes the situation worse.
No. If you failed, they were going to like swarm over you and do mondo damage. This is kind of the lesser version of that.
Right, so we have a goblin to be looking for, right?
One sec.
Like,
One sec.
we should
The
be
rats
looking-
are going, and they're
what?
basically dispersing. Like after Mecurion yells at them, they disperse. However, they disperse out in every direction, moving between your feet. So what they do is they each target you with a bite. And essentially what this is them making a really garbage weapon skill attempt against each of you to try to bite you. So we'll start with Mecurion and go up. The first one fails against Zilyana, fails against Barin, fails, and against Arnold fails. Okay, so all of the rats come like biting and like bite your boots and stuff, like keep them from doing any damage, and then they seem to disperse at this.
Ew.
All right. Now that that's done, can we please?
Please
on?
let us, oh God.
Let's go.
All right,
Barin
so you're
frowns.
going to carry on to the east. Is that the plan?
As much
Yes.
as a plan exists.
Yes. Now that we have had this, and now that we've had this bogus detour, I would like for us to go back to the task at hand.
Not
Yeah,
fucking bogus. I was going to get information.
I just
You nearly released the bogus.
give Baron like an air pat on the head. I'm not gonna touch him while he's covered in doo-doo.
Baron's shitty doo-doo ass.
Kill you.
I'm literally getting shit on.
Yeah, so as you're like looking, you can tell that there are several like breathing shafts here that perforate the area, specifically like right up against the X mark here, where you can tell that's what the goblin got through. Clearly there are these holes that exist along the town wall that prevent methane buildup. That's why you haven't all exploded down here from Baron's candle.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So you can see that like there's a grill here with like a 12-inch square in the cross section that looks like it was rusted away, and that's probably where the goblin came to down here. Looks like it's somehow cut and wriggled down this narrow passage that connects it here. At this point, you can give me a track or perception, whichever you have. If it's perception, it's going to be at +20. If it's track, it's going to be at a +60.
Lovely.
Okay. All right, Zilyana.
Yes, indeed.
It's rolling.
Oh, sorry. You've got one going, Earndil. Okay.
Yeah. Am I still supposed to be suffering a -10? Oh wait, yeah, I am because of the armor, right?
Boop.
Whatever.
Oh, there you go.
It
Okay.
worked.
So yeah, both of you can tell that the path that it seems to have gone along was on the opposite walkway going back west. So it looks like it did somehow run past you at that point. It doesn't look like it went southwest this way. But it looks now that you've kind of caught on the trail, you can follow it to the directions that like you know it would have headed, which from what you can tell seems to be westwards, and then you'll be able to follow it from there. So as you kind of like head back to the main line after finding this, you can tell that it started heading up northeast.
With any luck, those rats bit at something fierce, and it's going to leave some kind of blood trail. Any chance of that being the case?
There's no bite marks on it. Like, it didn't take any wounds, but you're able, like, once you found it from there, you were able to track it effectively, just, like, noticing marks on the ground. Like, it seemed to have been, like, kind of scrabbling along almost. Its feet has pretty ridiculous nails on it, too, so it's making some scratch marks and the like.
Does,
Okay.
Did Mecurion ask that out loud? Speaker?
I probably said something along those lines, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, she's like, oh, what the rats have done this? Like, I don't know, maybe a rat catcher would know, and fucking just keep plotting.
Maybe one would. Do you know any?
Oh, absolutely. You know, one that was going to get us information for you would have to go the wrong way.
The rat would have told us.
Oh, I'm sure they would have. I'm sure they
All right,
told us
so-
anything.
Rats can't speak.
Arno, can you give me a another perception check? Challenging.
I had that as challenging.
Yeah,
previously
this
anyway,
one is a new one.
A new
Challenger
challenge.
has appeared.
50.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. So as you like have the shout turn around to Barin of explaining that rats don't speak, something like juts out at you from the wall, and you can see that just because of the lighting here and you being the leading character right now, you didn't notice it because it was at the edge of the lighting. It's some sort of like broken discharge pipe that has come out of the wall here. Ooh, and it like hits you dead in the face as you are making this turning motion, hitting you for, let's see here, modified by your toughness and stuff. You'll take 4 wounds as it like cracks your jaw, and then give me a challenging athletics test.
Who exactly do you want to...
Sorry, Arno.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
No,
Sorry.
you're good.
What am I rolling
Challenging
here?
athletics, please.
Terrific.
Okay, so
96.
you are you turn to shout at Barin. You walk into this like discharge pipe that comes out of nowhere, smacks you in the face, cracks you for 4 wounds. You slip and then you fall into the effluent.
Okay, let me mark myself down. Now I'm at 11 wounds. Can I just hoist myself out of this?
like it's only like 4 feet. Like you can easily put your arms on the side and lift yourself out. You've got the strength for that.
What was that? What?
It was a distraction is what it was. Have any idea there is to see down here?
Right, sorry. Here, try and help him out of the sludge.
Oh yeah, he's got out on his own. He is.
Arno pushes your hand away. He's actually kind of pissed
All
now.
right. Easy now. Not gonna get anything done. Getting frustrated. What was it that hit you?
A pipe.
Pipe.
He will place his hand on the pipe that just kind of winged him because he turned around to shout at Barin.
Oh, I see. Well, onwards and upwards.
I did it.
Awkward smile.
How about that?
I will lead. I can see all of it.
Forcibly changing position. Arno was going to push Zilly.
All right. I'll take point.
You first.
I'll take point. I promise. I'll try and keep us from falling in the doo-doo.
That would be ideal. Yes, Zilly. Thank you.
Right. Well, let's go.
All right, so you can see that the tracks Zilyana lead to the west along this main channel right now.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna follow the tracks.
Okay, absolutely. All right. So you continue leading on. Oh my god. Can you give me a challenging perception check? Zilyana.
I don't know, Thurston, can I?
Can you? You're an elf. Okay, you can.
Oh, okay. That's a 5.
So as you're carrying on, you see another of these like sudden discharge pipes coming out of the wall here, and manage to avoid walking into it.
Uh-oh. Well, watch for the pipe, everyone.
By the way, chat, the joys of rolling the same random encounter again.
A bong.
Like, this is literally one of those just bad routines of, like, fucking pipes, as you're, like, walking through this main arterial. Again, the smell here is pretty terrible. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, please, no. Okay. Yeah.
Discharge
What?
pipe? Discharge pipe?
Let's go.
I mean, give me another perception check, Zilyana.
All right.
Challenging.
Okay.
I can't.
Oh, yep, there it is. There's the failure.
There's the well. So it's not that they're all discharge pipes, but in this case, it's totally another discharge pipe.
Can you please grab the discharge pipe rule and like push it to the side
Alright,
and replace it
at
with
this
something
point,
else?
having fought 2 previous discharge pipes, you really get some kind of bonus, perhaps a speciality. Our party
Specialty discharge pipes.
Let's put a feet in
at
there.
dealing with this consistent menace.
Pipe avoider.
Yeah, Thurston. You see, what normally is a good idea is if we draw from a deck like this is fucking Candyland, so you don't hit your head on the pipe 3 times in a row.
This game was
stacked.
created in 1986.
Don't.
Yeah, and are we supposed to enjoy everything from 1986?
I mean, I was born in
I
1986, so I hope so.
I don't like Princess Diana.
Okay. So what do I do to keep from falling in the poo-poo?
Give me an athletics test, please.
Challenging or?
Yes.
Oh, damn. This All right, let's see.
You
Nope.
might want to fortune that if you want to avoid a poop-based adventure.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Is a fortune
Zilly.
even worth it for this?
Is it? I don't know. You tell me. It's your choice.
You know what? Fuck it.
You just
Spend
fall.
a
Oh, okay.
I feel like Zilly had been vomited on earlier and probably has done her duty as being. the
Silly
gross
has
out
done her. Yeah, she's done her nickel in being disgusting. Well, that's a
no.
marginal fail.
In you
69.
go.
Nice.
All right.
But you don't take. Actually, wait. What armor do you have on? Oh, you take
guess if I bonked my head.
one wound from the damage of this, and then fall into the water and then pull yourself out.
I hate it down here.
I'm sorry, Zilly. It was a mistake to leave both one.
Our sewers are so much nicer.
Come on.
I would offer you a
We're
hand.
close to the bloody goblin. If we could stop hitting our heads on pipes and falling in the sewer.
I'm sorry, I'm very tall. I didn't see it in time, and I have to duck really far. Let's
Alright,
go.
Can we push on, Thurston?
Sean.
Okay, Thurston, I'm going to suggest if you roll discharge pipe again, roll again.
Roll again.
Hey, actually, as he freezes the roll, Thurston, is the border to Canada still closed?
Yes, it is.
All of us just run, just like, hold on, Thurston, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
You hear a knock on your door.
What's going on, guys? as you walk into my house and get hit by a discharge pipe coming out of my wall. Bet you didn't see that fucking coming. All right, so Zilly,
boy.
you're luckily as you also found the tracks of this little goblin, and you can tell all of these discharge pipes were sized so that they would not have hit the goblin because it was too high up. So as you obviously you and Arno were looking down trying to follow tracks but also avoiding pipes, so it's a whole thing. You find the trail that ends at a stout wooden door that has been set into the wall of the sewer. You can see that there is a small opening with iron bars at about eye height through which you can see some light coming through at this point. But that's about it. So there's a wooden door and then you can see some lighting through it.
Oh, I see. If there's some light through it, maybe there's somebody that... Should we knock? Is the polite thing to do to knock, or should we just open it?
I don't believe politeness has much room in a sewer, Zilyana.
I mean, if I already smell like doo-doo, I don't want him to think any lower of me.
I hate to say this, Zilyana. Tough shit.
That's insensitive given the situation.
I'm sorry.
Unnoted, Master
Thank you, at least
Mecurion.
someone noticed.
Shall
For
we
the love
move
of
on?
God, this is a disaster. Let's find this little tiny man before my brain explodes in my skull.
Barin frowns and says, I hate it here.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna open the door. I just pushed the door open. Is it locked?
Okay, so you are going to go up and open the door. Alrighty, sure. Okay, so 1 sec. Alright, and so just gonna load up a thing here. Alright. So, you can see inside a smoky torch burns in a wall bracket, casting flickering shadows around the room. Traces of green-black blood seem to be found on those iron bars as you open the door. Zilly, as you open the door, you are starting to feel... You are feeling like uneasy about this place. And then as you open the door, Mecurion, you can see traces of dar, roiling tainted black magic in the chamber beyond.
Hold. Magic is afoot. Dark magic.
Magic? A goblin's doing dark magic down here.
No, but recall the assassination recently. We might have just stumbled onto a different secret.
Oh, that's not good.
There would be no reason for just dar to be floating about. It doesn't just gather around places that smell bad, does it?
Not normally, no. So, Zilly, you kind of like open the door but stop as Mecurion says that. You get like a slight view inside, but just sort of the small senses of blood before he convinces you to close the door.
All right. So, if there's dark magic, if there's something evil going on down here, then maybe we should deal with it. You know, we're here. I think that dealing with whatever dark magic is happening is more important than catching a goblin.
I
Right?
wouldn't disagree.
Right.
Especially if it's linked to our missing inquisitor. What's the name? Witch hunter.
Yeah. Yes, of course. All right. So, are we agreed on going in then? Huh?
Yes. We have no other direction to go.
All right. And then get behind me. Arno, I think I'm going to need you right at my back. And then
Right behind you.
Mecurion and Barin, you guys watch the rear. Make sure that there are no rats or goblins or cultists. I don't know what's going on. All right.
There you go.
All right, everyone. Let's go. I'm going to throw the door open and rush in.
Click the door, please.
Yeah, I see that weird pentagram in there.
Yeah, okay, so stop there as you open the door and step in.
Before we continue, could you give me a vision
yes.
of her token? Just give me ownership of it in the thing so I could see it.
Oh,
So
I
could
see.
see it.
You don't... yeah, okay. All right. 1 sec.
Zoran the Bear cheating moment.
He's... Cheater the Bear.
It's mostly for chat. I'll just be blind to it.
Hopefully that worked.
You actually got rid of her.
What? Oh my gosh, 1 sec. Permissions are always silly.
You're a professional table.
We are very
Right-click on
professional.
her on the player, and then you go to like configure permissions, and then you go to me and give me ownership, or give me like trusted or something.
That's
You
what I
give it to
that's
Baron
literally
Stackwell,
what I
not
did.
Zoran. Not to Zoran, the Baron.
Okay.
That profile.
That would be why. Okay, there we go. There, it is done.
So,
Okay, there we
guys,
go. Thank you.
sewers, am I right?
Correct. All right, so, Zilly, you've opened the door and popped your way in. All right, so there's a couple things here. And again, you feel like this is very, very ominous as you've stepped inside. Lying on the floor by the door, so like right around here to the west, is a pile of broken and chewed bones, the only identifiable one being a 3-socketed pelvis. As you step in and look around, you can see a large octagram is painted into the floor in dark blue paint, and that a silver candlestick bearing an unlit black candle is positioned at each of the points. An engraved circle of copper around 3 inches thick and 15 feet in diameter lies inside of the octagram. In the center of the copper ring, a 7-pointed star with a beast's head and the words Ordo Septenarius is written. The beast's head is partly obscured by a large dark stain, similar to the other dark stains you've seen on the ground here. There is an iron cabinet that stands against the back wall, and a small pool of liquid is collected on the floor in front of it. Yeah. So you're like taking all of this in as you've opened the door. There's blood everywhere. There is clearly like this blood coming out of this container in the top right corner, and there is this like strange star configuration with this candle in the center of the room.
Can we bloody come in now?
I think you should. Seeing the pelvis, can I put 2 and 2 together and kind of realize that this is our goblin?
You would know that, absolutely.
I think I found our goblin, or at least what's left of him. You guys need to get in here, probably fast.
All right, I shut the door.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you just locked me inside?
A barge.
No, I move up. I move up, provided Zilyana will let me move up.
Let me move my
Barin pulls
move my ass out of the door.
Little hand crossbow out, just pulling security outside the door. To go, all right, me and Nugget will hold the door. You guys tell me if you need help.
Okay.
All right.
As the both Mecurion and Arnold step into the chamber, you can see a stream of thick and foul-smelling black smoke, flecked with blue and pink, suddenly begins to issue forth from the center of the octagram. The smoke begins to coalesce into a horned, fang-filled creature with multiple glowing eyes, 4 beclawed arms, and multiple lashing tongues. This thing that appears in the room looks like this. Ooh. It appears there. First of all, any of you can attempt a lore theology or lore chaos if you have it.
But if I could, Thurston, can I roll Lord Torture to see how I would torture this thing?
No. All right, so that's the first thing. The next thing is, any of you that can see it, I require you... Okay. So yeah, you're like immediately averted by this thing. Like you this thing is generating a fearful aura as you look at it. And as it like comes into existence, you can see its mouth opening, but it's speaking in like gibbering that sounds like hissing and roaring at the same time, like as new eyes and mouths and tentacles seem to appear and disappear on its head. Can each of you please give me a cool test?
I will gladly do this.
Sure thing.
Any difficulty?
Just challenging. This is going to be an extended test, so it's basically going to be over the course of a little bit.
What is
Barin?
cooler than cool?
I roll a fucking
Not me! 97!
Hey, Thurston. I'm going to do something, and I want you to either slap me on the wrist for it, or possibly maybe reward me for my geniusness. I would like to burn a resilience so that I can shove the other 2 back and take point.
Oh, okay. So
I would like to succeed my cool by a lot.
yeah, and then as part of that, you just kind of want to like shove the two elves back out the door.
Not out the door, but I want to, of course, be, doing that thing that, Arno is all about, which is to say, protecting people.
Okay, so you're kind of like thinking like move up there and sort of push them back like this kind of deal? Like stepping up? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And with burning a resilience, you will pass the test entirely and allow them to do that. Zilyana, you, however, are afraid of this, as is Mecurion. This thing is generating a fearful aura around it, so you can tell you're not going to be quite as effective as you are just scared of this thing. Both Arno and Barin give zero fucks about this thing.
Yeah, Barin rolled a 7 out of 68.
Yeah.
So Thurston, if I may ask, may I, because this is in time with my character, may I have a resilience back?
Oh, I see what you're doing here.
You're gonna slap me on the wrist, but
I'm gonna say no,
try.
but you might have a chance to get it back here. This thing, though, as you do this and have your heroic moment, Arno stepping forward, looking after your friends, this thing begins to do its gibbering speech. It speaks in a language that you don't understand, and yet as it speaks, you understand the meaning of the strange words coming out of it.
You cannot stay.
What?
I tried to explain this to the three-legged thing. It would not listen. So I ate it.
I will not have any of your words, demon. I will feed you my truncheon before I hear any further. And then I will charge it.
Oh, all right. Please mark all of your character things for combat, and let's do it.
Absolutely. All right. Is there any chance that seeing our heroic witch hunter will give us a chance to get a second wind here? Because that was fucking ballsy.
It is, but essentially what's going to happen is how fear and stuff works in this is on your turns, basically you just get a cool test. He is ballsy because he is fucking kicking ass, so he's gonna be fine.
He's ballsy because he is an attendant to the Church of Sigmar.
And so I'm actually going to start because
bullshit.
Arno's kind of spent this and is doing this. I'll let you do your charge.
Okay. I will move up to there, and let's see. Now, of course, I'm betting that something dumb is it's just a normal weapon, so it's not going to hurt it. But I figured I'd try. So let me go ahead and
target it.
Roll my sword.
Okay.
I do have it targeted. I'm going to use my truncheon, because I said I would use the truncheon. And it doesn't matter anyway, because it's the same kind of weapon as the sword. I'm getting a charge. Correct?
Yeah, so you'll get plus 20 for the charge.
Charging is giving me plus
+1, sorry.
Plus 10. Yeah, so that's fine. I don't have anything else to go with this. Did I catch it by surprise by immediately wanting to pummel the side?
I mean, it seems to be I'll give you plus 40 on it, sure.
Oh,
yeah.
jeez, okay. All right. Don't fail me now. It tried to.
You do have a fortune. Which,
you know what? I will
seems like the
fortune
kind of
that.
thing you'd want a fortune. Or if you had a
Remember, you
resilience,
can right-click
just
it.
get an autocrit.
You can right-click it and do the fortune reroll.
Yeah, so can I... oh, wait, I had 2 fortune to start off with because of the new thing, right?
What was that?
Thurston? I had 2 fortune because it's a new game, right? Okay, so I'm going to not write private. I want to use fortune point to add 1 skill level? No,
yeah, you want to
reroll,
reroll it, so you're going to have to manually just... so here, 1 sec.
Oh, sorry, I apologize.
Let me just reroll
I
it.
thought it was the
Yeah,
thing
that's
you had to do.
Nah, it's a different one.
So, challenging, easy plus 40.
Do it up.
Rolling again. That's a good deal better.
Okay.
60.
Okay, so you're going to get 3. Technically, because you had the previous thing, it kind of messed it up, but that's okay. I'll have it do its check.
I didn't activate charge.
so technically
It's
we
just
get
the
4.
advantage, so... Because you get the advantage for charging is what it is. So it's going to
okay.
Oh!
So you still win by 1, so you'll You will do 8 damage to it. It will then roll 1d10. And it will take... Let's see, 8 damage. Yeah, it will take some wounds. You will smash at its form as it sort of writhes in place and like strange things move over it, but it is still quite up. All right, and you will get another point of advantage, bringing you up to 2 advantage.
Radical. I'll mark this too.
Cool. All right,
Nice.
and then this will bring us into regular combat. Zilyana, you can give me a cool test, please.
Oh, there we go.
I'm playing music in the background. While
No, you're good.
Sorry.
Okay, let's see if I can pass this cool test. How cool are we feeling today?
How cool you feeling today?
Cool.
32.
Cooler than cool.
Cool.
Ice cold.
Yeah.
Cool enough.
All right. Absolutely. So
All right.
you've seemed to have like overcome your immediate shock at this thing.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna move up here, and the dog starts going right when I start talking. All right, I'm gonna move, and then I'm gonna charge.
Okay. Sorry. You should do that at the end of the round. So you'll still suffer the penalty this round, but at the end of the round,
okay.
it'll be cool.
right,
But you
do I
can
still get the
get in with
advantage?
it. Yeah, you'll get the advantage for charging.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then you will get the 2-to-1, so you will get plus 20.
Plus 20. All right, I'm gonna whack him.
Mm-hmm.
Boop. Ooh.
Okay. It will go.
Marginal success.
Okay. It will try to fight back with its weapons. So you will hit it for 11 damage on its body. It will roll. Okay. And it's like you slash into this thing, and it's looking like you're taking out more pieces of it as you cut off a part of it, and it's like lands on the ground and dissolves into this sticky substance. Okay. Then you would make your test. You're good. Mecurion, your go.
All right. I do my cool now or at the end of the turn?
At the end of the turn.
All right. Back to hell, demon! My Ildanon! And though possessed by terror, I will, of course, aid my fellows, charging the demon.
Okay.
We're now outnumbering it by
You're going to get
the
the 3-to-1, so you'll get the plus 40.
and the flank for him.
Yes. Well,
Oh, eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You can't
Yeah.
flank that, huh?
Yeah, fair enough. I can only do my best. This thing, does it look like it has, like, a lot of, like, armor? It's naked. So I
you have
assume
no
my foil-
idea.
Fair enough.
Take Arno's inspiration. Hit it until it dies.
That's the big idea. All right.
It's a demon. It
So I'm
probably
running
will
at
die
plus
eventually.
40.
Because demons are bitches.
Let's go.
Okay.
6 degrees of success.
So 4. What the? Oh, weird. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Well, okay. Yeah, so you will hit it, and then I will roll this. Okay, it takes damage.
It's a decent
Oh,
amount.
yeah.
15.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's also reducing, like, whatever its, like, unseen toughness is, and...
That D10's presumably its armor, but it's rolling
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Okay. Actually, it's something else for that, but... Alright, so it's going to go...
Let me roll my cool real quick.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I don't. Do I have to roll
No,
my
because
cool again?
once you've beat it, you're kind of good to go.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, and you're gonna...
I'm
you're
okay.
gonna-
Hey, there you go.
I found my courage with my companions.
What did you roll?
Alright, so... A
27.
27 versus 5.
27.
Very nice.
And
All
the
right,
audio
so
people
it's gonna
just
go.
like,
So as it's now like got all of you in range of it, it's going to attack each of you with a tentacle. Yeah. So this is a thing it can do. as it's like, as it starts like spawning weapons over itself, and
it
reaching
strike
out and touching you. We'll start with you, Zilyana. And it's going to go, and it's going to get special bonus here, which I'm just factoring in. Boop. Okay. Okay, so it's going to hit you, Zilyana. Boop, or try to. It's going to get -2 success levels. You can defend however you'd like to.
All right, I'm going to defend with a shield.
Sure.
Target him. Boop.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So yeah, you will defend against it. It will be fine. It will stop that. It will then go for Arno with another weapon. Arno, same thing. You can defend once I roll. Rolling terribly.
Still not a very good move, but I mean it's fine. I'm going to roll a. I'm just going to roll a melee defense with truncheon. Try to do that. I got 2 advantage. I do not get any bonuses. Go. 66. I fumble. I'm going to use my other fortune to reroll that. I'm fine with rerolling that because I just don't know.
I wouldn't want to.
And you can fumble on defense. So I'm not doing that. 73. That means I
still win
win.
by 1, so it will not hit you. You will get another advantage, and then finally it will attack our other elven friend here with its weapons.
Let us see the prize it wins from the men of Safri.
Nothing. Nothing is what it's going to do. Because that happened.
I win.
Just roll your check.
You got it, because it could crit.
Yeah, or fumble. No, you will.
No.
Okay, cool. All right, and then I'm just going to clear that out. Okay, so that is it. It lashes out with tendrils everywhere, but each of you managed to deflect it. Barin Stackwall, you are up. What would you like to do?
Barin just immediately whoosh, whips around, fires a crossbow bolt at it. Understand it's in combat.
Shooting me in the back.
Quick question: because of the cool test that we did I get an advantage for that or no?
No, it's not an opposed
Okay,
check.
understood. Okay, and swoop. I got a terrible roll. As I was specifically trying to hit him, the demon. So if we need to do any bad rolls to see who outside shot. If it was
no,
Are you still shooting that way when we're fighting a demon?
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, I'm in the
Let's see here. For range test.
Barin doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's never seen a demon before.
Plus 40. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you're just kind of shooting into the. You're specifically aiming at the demon, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then, yeah, you just miss here.
Okay.
Goes,
All right,
goes wide. Okay, Arno, you are up.
Arno is going to continue trying to beat the snot out of this thing.
Absolutely.
He is full red rage mode right now. He hates demons. He hates mutants. He hates demons. He hates all this awful shit because he is a good boy. Now, excuse me, I'm going to destroy him. Hopefully. 62.
Okay, and then it will attempt to defend.
Probably won't be hard. It was a pretty bad roll.
No. So you'll win 11 points. That is enough. You, as your elves have come up beside it and started stabbing into it, you raise your truncheon and bash it down. Actually, there is one chance here. No, your truncheon bashes down and you cause it to just immediately discorporate. It kind of splits as your truncheon comes down, sort of moving away from the force of the impact, as though it's splitting into two. And then it just disappears. Both of them seem to fly off like ghostly vapors into the wall.
And don't you come back!
And then your loud voice shouts as there's like a silence.
Arnold,
Now,
what was that?
I also have another thing I need all of you to do.
Oh, fuck.
I know. All right, so I need all of you to click that resist button.
Corruption time.
Yeah.
Let me take a look at this.
Endurance or
Skills.
cool? Which one
Baron
is higher?
Stackwell rolled a
If you are in
56
combat
out
with
of
it,
58.
it will be
Oh,
it will be endurance. If you weren't in combat with it, it will be your cool.
hooray!
Man,
Oh, it's
Baron.
endurance.
Do I not get my advantage for this?
You
or-
shouldn't get your advantage, no.
Oh,
Okay, I will destroy my
whoopsie
advantage
doopsie.
for it then.
in that case, did that automatically go through? Did it calc the advantage? Hold on, let me check
it
my
might have,
endurance.
yeah.
Yeah, my endurance is.
36, I pass.
Oh yeah, my endurance.
I
is
gain 1 corruption?
42.
Yeah, I've had it weird. I got a 56 out of a 58, but it still gave me a point of corruption.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. In that case, I would have failed and I would have gotten corruption.
Yeah, I got 2 points of corruption from failing.
Okay. You got a 50. Let me see here, Baron. You got 56 versus a 58 marginal success. Yeah, you should have just got the one, I believe, unless there is a special thing.
If I'm
here.
supposed
Let
to
me
get
check
1, I
real
did it
quick.
right.
Yeah, I'll double check
Okay.
because.
So you would get 1 with a marginal failure or 2?
Let me quadruple check here. Oh, on a marginal success, you gain 1. On a success 2+, you gain none. And on a failure, you get 2.
Okay.
I think this is like everyone's first corruption, correct?
No, you gave me a point of corruption. I don't remember why.
I'm at 2 out of 8 corruption.
I'm now at 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at 3 as well.
Question I have here is
Yeah, I'm at 3.
okay. Cool.
Is it possible to like, spend a resolve to be able to undo it, or no?
As far as like resisting it, that's so resilience allows you to do some stuff with it. Let us find out here, because there's a couple of things you can do. Your resolve allows you to become immune to psychology and remove conditions. It doesn't do anything with corruption. You can spend your resilience points. You don't if you would develop a mutation.
Oh,
yeah.
so what you're saying, Thirst, is instead of spending a resilience to not do that, I should have just used a resolve.
No. It's only until the end of your next round, so it's like you kind of get a freebie round. Using resilience means you passed your fucking test and don't have to worry about it again for the rest of the thing. Basically, spending the resolve lets you ignore it, but it doesn't get rid of it. Like, if you spent the resolve, you'd be a badass, and then the next round you might be like, oh shit, I'm actually really scared of this. However, you did bash the demon in and, like, defend your friends, so you will get that point of resilience back, Arno. I told you I'd give it to you. But yeah, you could spend the resilience point to, should you want, like basically not mutate, if you would develop a mutation. Generally speaking, a lot of people will just like accrue corruption, and then at the point that they would get a mutation, they just say, okay, I spend my resilience point to not get a mutation.
Yeah, which is why it's good to have a ton
And
of
it's
resilience.
it's not a bad thing to have corruption points in this game, because the only bad point of having corruption is when you actually have to hit the roll on the mutation table.
When you hit that 8 and you have to
Yeah.
mutate.
Sorry, was that speaker?
Yeah, no, I was just asking. So, like, when you hit the mutate thing, does your corruption reset, or?
You lose, I believe it's what is it? When you hit the correct amount, the 8, you lose a number of corruption points equal to your willpower bonus.
Okay.
And then you roll, and basically how it works is elves can only ever develop mental corruption. And then humans, it's a 50-50 chance of physical or mental. And then like dwarves and halflings, it's like a 5 or a 10% chance to be physical. Otherwise, it's still mental for them too.
Okay. Is there any way to remove corruption?
There are like certain things that can happen like throughout the game, and like different ways you can like sometimes do dark deals to lose corruption points, and some other stuff that can happen.
Okay.
But generally, like it's an ongoing thing that you want to kind of keep the resilience points on hand for to balance out. Yeah. All right, so that was your thing. Like the creature is gone. The room is now completely quiet. What are you all going to do?
Arno will spit on the fucking ground, and he will wipe off the truncheon. Okay. You do not come into my presence like that.
Well, what was that?
A demon, plain and simple.
What? What's it doing here?
Arno's gonna tow the weird, 7-pointed star on the ground with the beast head in the middle of it. Presumably, this had something to do with it.
Right.
Look around. Need to see if there's anything around here that it's supposed to be watching over.
I agree.
Right,
Good job,
maybe we can...
everyone.
Yeah, that was kind of awesome, Arnold.
I do not tolerate the demon or the mutant any more than I have to.
Right. Well, we should probably also pick up those bones and apologize for not catching the goblin in time. But at least we dealt with this. We should probably bring back some sort of proof or something.
Arno will grab the fucking 3-holed pelvis and just stuff it into his backpack. Good enough.
Right. Here, I'm gonna start kicking over the candles. Should we break the circle?
Hold on.
I'll deal with that.
All right.
Okay, so you're kicking over the candles? Okay.
No. No, Arno
Wait,
said
what?
he'll deal with
okay.
it. So
Okay.
I'll look around with Mecurion.
Yeah, I know. First thing I'm going to do is I do see that cabinet in the back. I want to investigate that. Before I deal with that, I am the only person here with magic sight. I'm going to check out this fucking horrible pentagram. I'm not really trained in the specifics of magic, but like, is there anything I can tell by just looking at it or observing it? Or
You can tell that this is the source of the Dar magic. Like, this is where it was swirling out of. It seems to have lessened, but you can still see swirls of dark magic moving about here.
Yes, it seems as though whatever we've done has halted things, but not entirely. There's still Dar flowing freely through this pentagram. I don't know if destroying it is the best option. It's likely best to have a mage take a look.
Probably. Do you think there are any in the area?
Are any of the candles burning still?
Well, none of them seem to be burning. They all seem to have just been like candles sitting there.
As long as they're not lit, Arno will probably collect some sludge from outside and dump them over them.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Just to be safe.
And then, Mecurion, you were going to look at that cabinet?
Yeah.
Well, Zilyana.
Yeah, I'll back him up just in case another demon comes popping out and goes, "Ah, my cabinet!"
It does that and immediately gets charged by Arno in the back.
Yeah, just materializes.
Scarbrand's in this cabinet.
Exactly.
It's okay. Just pet the dog going up.
It's the closet. It's the Closetor 2.
Closetor 2.
He's
This thing's
coming out of his
Zedek's
cage and he's-
ship.
True. It's okay. He's coming out of his
Crossover,
cage.
Yeah,
everyone's
Arno's
lying.
just
No.
like making sure that this, without actually destroying the circle, he's trying to make it inoperable. Just like, cover it up, muck it up.
The cabinet appears to be locked as you try to act on it.
Do you know how to pick locks, or do you need brute strength?
Well, I know someone who knows how to pick locks, in the sense that I know someone who is strong enough to rip this door apart. Zilyana, if you wouldn't mind.
Right, got it. I'm going to try and break these doors open.
How are you breaking them
That
open?
person is you.
Oh.
Oh, we lost her
Earndil.
down.
Hello.
Hi,
There you
you're
are.
back.
Now hold on. Yeah, you keep going.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, he's having-
Yeah.
Keep going.
I will probably just use athletics to just kind of try and brute force the lock open.
Okay, so you're using your swole elf physique to
Yes.
to break the lock.
Go on, Zilyana, you can do it. I believe in you, and you're bulging my biceps. That'll be my
Yay.
leadership to encourage her on.
Okay. You sure?
Just
Give me
like-
leadership.
Cheerleading.
Yeah, that's Mercurion's greatest power is his ability to be an. Oh, goody! All right, finally it's working now. Excellent. I am, of course, of higher status than you, Zilyana, so I'll be getting some.
For fuck's sake.
Oh,
You're welcome.
you don't have to remind me every time.
You
Not
know.
quite.
You're too wet, probably, and filled with sludge to really.
Yeah, Mecurion is just like, yeah, Zilyana, you can do it, as he's like standing like 40 feet away.
Yeah, I'm just standing too far away because he smells
Stinky.
terrible.
Points at Zilyana. Stinky.
All right.
Stinky. Okay, yeah. Rolling.
Rule.
Yeah, 95.
Yeah, you can tell you're not going to be able to like brute force it with like your own athletics. The only option might be to like hack it open.
All right, stand aside. I'm tired of this shit.
Does it have a clear lock before we do this?
No, it looks like whatever the locking mechanism is like inside of it at some point.
Oh wait, Arno, can I see your truncheon? It's a bit blunter than this. It's better for smashing.
Try to.
Arno will callously like throw his truncheon across the floor towards Zilyana.
Ah, got it.
All right, Zilyana, now go between the two slits there and apply leverage. Make another roll check.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking break it.
All right, give me a weapon skill roll.
All right, let's go.
Mercurion fails to enthrall.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a 16.
There you go.
Okay, yeah. So, 16, that's going to be enough. You can tell you've heavily damaged it. You'll need to do another swing just to break it. So give me another attack, please.
All right. Oh wait, no, not charging. No, shit.
It's okay. It's okay. The crit will cause it to like cut chunk as the second like bash of the truncheon causes the lock to just like collapse inside of it, and the doors kind of squeak open. As they do, you can see that what is causing the blood is on the base is a dagger that is lying on a silver tray that is still bloody, and the blood is kind of like poured over. And then on the tray as well is a scroll case.
Interesting. I'm gonna slide the truncheon back to him, or back to Arno, and just kind of pick this stuff up. Mecurion, do you make anything of this?
Let me take a look. I'll do just that.
Okay. You pick up
Yeah,
the scroll.
let's take a look at these scrolls, yeah.
It seems to be written in the language of magic.
Which is distantly related to the language of the High Elves. Might I make some kind of deciphering check for this?
What skills do you got?
Well, I don't have specifically lore magic, no, but I do know how to read, and if I can potentially make some kind of, it's like how, Latin, Italian, Spanish are all Romance language. It's that kind of relationship, to my understanding, between the High Elven tongue and the tongue of magic. It's like distant cousins. If there's anything I could potentially do to perhaps understand this, maybe a what is?
Yeah,
what's the
I'll give you
check?
like a minus 20 intelligence check.
Sure. Okay, that's fair enough. All right. Let's give it a shot. All right, guys, wish me luck. Look there. I have half a mind to spend a fate on this, but your resilience. But I think that I have only one of both of those, and I don't want to die. So I will not be able to read this.
Okay. So yeah, you look at it, and it's like you're trying to discern it, but the script is not making sense to you. Like the words, whilst there are similarities in some of the language structure, like it's using a lot of terms you're just not familiar with, and like read is almost gobbledygook to you.
Hey, Thurston, while Mecurion is looking at this potential chaos scroll / tome / piece of writing,
Yes.
can Arnold look up and see him doing this?
Absolutely.
Master Mecurion, what are you doing?
I'm trying to decipher the enemy's scripts. It may have some sort of inconvenient details as to their needs. Yes, this appears to be in magic. We should bring this to a wizard that can decipher it and understand what we're dealing with.
That we should. You should not take it upon yourself to read it by yourself.
The elven tongue is distantly related from your tongue of magic. It might have been able to make some sort of sense to me. Alas, this was not to be. You should find one of your... Oh, yes, your wizards specialize, typically in only one wind. White wizard, if possible.
That could be doable.
Indeed. And I'll kind of crumple that up and put it in my own pack.
Absolutely. It comes with a scroll case, so...
Oh, lovely. Then I'll... and a free scroll case as well. No.
Free shit.
I've been looking forward to getting a scroll case. That's the real victory here.
So this tray with blood, is like the blood constantly pooling on the tray, or is it like a tray with blood poured on it?
It looks like the dagger was probably like heavily covered in blood and like it started dripping out. Like the dagger's on the tray, but like the blade is just off the edge of it, so it's been dripping.
Looking at the dagger, are there any like notable patterns or markings on it?
No, it just seems to be like a curved dagger, very clearly meant for like sacrificial work or mercy killing.
Okay, so there's no way of saying, oh, well, this dagger was produced in this workshop. It might have been used by this people. It's just
no. It's definitely built to purpose, but you could have asked a blacksmith to build this to purpose.
Okay. Well, it seems as though we've stumbled into some kind of ritual, the nature of which I'm not entirely certain of. I think we should use this newfound lead and bring it directly to the task of those that lead this city. I need to know what's going on here.
Arno was going to look down at the massive sigil on the ground, and he is really not liking the idea of just leaving this thing alone.
Absolutely.
Thurston out of breath, like, absolutely. Can I, Thurston, with my limited intelligence, may I just make a guess as to what could happen if I disturb this?
Yeah, sure. Give me a minus 20 intelligence test.
All right, we got a 9%.
I got this. You got this. No, you don't. Like, you've read so many tombs. Also, I'll just say that this was unopposed. Arno Fleischman won against Arno Fleischman.
Congratulations!
I win!
Congratulations, Arno Fleischman. No, you would know that, like, there are just so many permutations, and this is stuff that you aren't trained on. You are out of your depth with this, so, like, yeah, you could kick it over and it could stop the evilness. You could kick it over and it could summon the Geflugeldoogle demon that comes and eats Bogenhofen. Like, you don't know.
Or he could leave it here, and then someone could come along and remake it all over again, and then something bad would happen. Mm-hmm. And to that, Arno is not going to really sit around taking that. So if someone would like to intervene and stop him from doing that, because he looks like he's about to screw up the part of the sigil.
Do not harm this sigil. We've managed to lower its danger here. While it's not fully inert, we need an expert to look at it and understand what we're dealing with. Destroying it could help, or it could harm the city. We've done what we can, and
leaving it up here, leaving it intact here is just going to draw someone to it who might be so stupid as to blunder into it like that bloody goblin did.
You're correct. Assuming we don't get the city guard into here and have them lock down this area like Kingdom Come. It is necessary to have people survey this land and understand what our threat is. Now is the time where we go to the leadership of this city, the leadership of this area, perhaps even back to Altdorf, and reveal what this conspiracy is.
don't know, we'll just look down at the sigil and, again, failing to be able to really dispense with it in a safe way, he'll just spit on it again.
Yeah. You like huck a water onto it. It kind of like sits there sizzling slightly as though there's some kind of residual energy and then just stops.
Perhaps we should send someone up to get the guard.
Indeed. I don't mind making the trek myself. Of
course you
I
do.
hate to be so rude, but I'm the only one not covered in feces.
He does have a point. I mean, we got what we came here for, so one of us should get the guard, the rest should go turn the pelvis in, and then maybe we take a shower.
Yeah.
I am staying here, making sure nothing comes of this.
Stand guard in the...
If that bloody thing comes back, I will beat the snot out of it just like I did the last
Stand
time.
guard in this... Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. Stand guard in this location. I'll take the pelvis up. The rest of you ensure that none of this cult, this operation comes back and starts summoning more demons below us.
All right, so you go and turn this in, and Arno's staying here. What exactly are we doing to stop the cult? Are we poking around a bit more?
You're getting the guards to come down here and check this out.
All right.
First. Then you're turning in the pelvis to let that freak show know that his precious little mutant is dead because of the demon.
That's right.
And then, hopefully, this thing doesn't come back. But again, if it does, Arnold will just kind of, like, twirl his truncheon in his hand like a fucking bobby, and he will gently bring it down on his other hand.
Well, certainly I trust you. Should one of us stay, just in case it comes back? Or should more than one of us stay with Arno?
I believe it should be the rest of us staying here. I don't think we have any further business in the sewers. I'll try to be quick. We can't risk someone coming in behind us and finishing the ritual.
All right. Perhaps you and Barin, then? I don't like anybody else going out alone right now.
That's fair enough.
You and Barin find the guards. Me and Zilyana will stay
Right.
here.
We are the most adept at beating the shit out of things.
You are both quite practiced at this, yes.
Okay. Let us take our first break here then, as Barin and Mecurion head up to alert the guards, and Zilly and Arno stay in the totally legit, strange, hidden temple thing.
All right, with that, we will be right back, everyone. And we're back.
Hello.
Hello.
He's got a book he's going to read!
Slam!
There is no reading in here. We do not read.
Yeah, no one has any points in the reading skill. You'll have
It's
to
true.
read Kerjan to get points in the reading skill.
Precisely.
Plebs can't even lore demon at like the equivalent of second level. Get good.
Yeah.
All right.
You're
so,
not a real DM because you didn't kill us in character creation. Like, you shouldn't travel it.
True.
I don't like killing characters. I like long-term suffering. I mean, hi. All right, welcome back, everyone. We are here to continue. I believe the plan right now was Mecurion and Barin were going to go back up to the surface to go warn the town guards of what they have found. Is that correct?
Hey.
Indeed. That's the plan.
All right.
Which means Mecurion needs to get the fuck out of this room!
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be here with you.
Pushes you out of the room.
room. Activate sewers. Back to sewers. Okay. Sewers
Swears
tunnel. All right. So Mecurion and Barin. What's your marching order going to be, Mecurion and Barin?
I am going to have my sword raised upwards to catch any pipes that might be in my way.
Okay.
Baron will look at you and go, well, if the pipe's swinging at you and you got your sword in front of your face and it goes at a velocity, you gotta cut your face.
No, I'm going to be able to tell where the pipes are, and thus they will be able to detect them before it has contact with my face.
Okay, best of luck.
And he gets hit in the shin with a pipe.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, remember that thing we said Thurston?
I want to point out, unseen obstacle, which is the event table, is an 81 to fucking 100, and I have rolled over 90 for every fucking one of these things.
At this point,
Bonk.
Reroll.
Yeah, 96 to 91.
throw out your random encounter table.
No! Why?
86.
Thurston, throw out your random encounter table. We hit the same 3 pipes on the way back. We head back. You just have to deal with it.
This is 21. No, I want another pipe.
Donk.
You want another pipe? Why? Why do you want another pipe, Barin?
Because it's funny.
Ding, ding, ding. All right, so Mecurion manages to avoid several pipes on the return, and eventually you uncover a set of a ladder that ascends back up to a manhole. However, there is something amiss with the manhole that you discover. Namely, it appears to have some sort of like red patch growing by it. Some sort of red mold. You definitely spot it with between Barin's light and your night vision.
Like around it, or like on it, or
Not on the ladder, but basically like the ladder's built up against the wall and then juts out maybe like a half foot from the wall and goes up. You see this like patch of mold along the wall, like right behind it. So it'd be like 6 inches from your face while you were climbing, kind of thing.
Can I get up and poke it with my sword?
Yeah, absolutely.
Without like it blasting into my face?
I mean, what's your knowledge on plants like?
I'm an elf, but I don't have specific training, but I have a 44 outdoor survival.
Okay, I'll let you give me a challenging outdoor survival.
Yeah, Baron would like to try as well.
Sure. Okay.
66.
Baron
I'm not used to
got a
horrible
10.
human death mold.
10
Yeah,
out of
Barin is definitely more familiar with this type of stuff because it's like, even though you have outdoor, you also have some knowledge of like indoor stuff because, mines are kind of like the dwarven equivalent of outdoors. You'd recognize this as red mold. It's a spore cloud, so if it's agitated in any way, like you could probably climb the ladder without causing any problems, but if you were to poke it or something, it would probably produce a cloud that would linger in the air for some time.
Well then I won't.
Try not to, you don't want to get near that stuff. They call that red dizziness. Basically, if you try to piss off that red mold there, it's going to shoot spores at you and cause you a right mess. We can still get up there, but you're going to want to make sure you don't touch it at all.
Yes, duly noted, Baron. Good. Bloody hell, when do you have anyone cleaning your sewers at all?
I don't live here.
Maintenance? Well, yes, but I
This is a
assume
human
that...
settlement.
Right. And
The dwarven
Can Barin and
houses we
Mecurion
usually
both
have-
give me a perception check?
You're not Mecurion, but in most dwarven settlements, especially the Stackwall mines, we make sure we keep everything fairly tidy.
well, that's splendid. I can only imagine that it could only be humans creating such abysmal infrastructure.
Baron got a 31 out of 22 for his perception check. So
I
minus
have
1.
a tragic 88.
All right, Barin, you managed to spot something which Mecurion doesn't, but you managed to spot, and this is coming from the light on your head that you still have up. You see the telltale turning head of a rat, except this rat is the size of a dog. It's just past Mecurion. Its beady eyes staring out at you. It's something that's blocking the effluent stream here.
Okay.
And so this dog-sized rat has turned, and its eyes are kind of reflecting the light of your lantern.
Mecurion, don't be worried. But there's a fairly large rat looking at us right now. And if it wants to attack, it's going to cause problems, especially by these spores. Just let me do my thing. And I'm gonna, like, do, like, that devil horn, like pinky out, thumb out looking thing or whatever, and just Crocodile Dundee it a little bit, and just try to, like, soothe it away, saying we're not a threat, but back off. And try to be Charmander at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I get any bonuses or nay?
I'll give you a plus 20 here, which is going to be opposed by its mostly terrible willpower, so we'll see how this goes.
I got a 44 out of 88.
And it only got 1, so you managed to get higher successes. It takes your shoeing and rushes off and sort of hops off something that it's standing on in the effluent. And as it does, you can see that what it was standing on and kind of munching on breaks free of the sort of damming it had been doing in the effluent stream, and it starts like floating down towards you as the rat runs off in the other direction. And you can see an upturned body that is now floating down the effluent stream. And as you see it, you immediately recognize it as the dwarf Gottry Gurnison, looking up, his arm torn off, missing completely, perhaps looking as though it had been bitten off, and his chest ripped open. And he is floating down the stream.
It's been a while, so we get to play fancy. Who was Gottry again?
Gottry was the dwarf who had hung out with Zilyana, who had been in the stocks for being publicly drunk.
I was just making sure it wasn't my dwarf friend, because it's like, oh, I don't remember my friend at all. Okay, it's like, as he kind of looks down at the corpse and everything else. Barin stinks for him. Say what?
Go ahead and drag him out of the muck if you don't mind.
Well, do you have a stick real quickly? We need to try to catch him again. Barin doesn't have any, like, sticks to really kind of stop him.
I have my foil.
Yep.
Here, just grab the back of my pack here, and I'll lean in and grab him.
Yeah, sure thing.
All right. I want both of you to make me plus 20 athletics checks.
Yeah.
Okay, no
of course,
problem.
I'm not just like leaning in there with a trust fall. I'm like, just kind of on my belly on the ground, leaning in there so I could still like hook my feet on things, make it not like, terrible.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, 3 degrees of success for me.
I say that as I'm fishing for a bonus with my 24.
I gave you a plus 20.
Okay. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't hear it. I got a 98 out of a 44, so -5.
Would you like to use a fortune to reroll that?
I absolutely would. So let me do that.
You'll be down to 1, yeah.
It just didn't really get any better. Actually got worse.
Technically, you got better. You just forgot to put plus 20.
Yeah, it got slightly better.
All right, so you managed to snag the body, but like its weight and like the horrendousness of the mutilation on it causes you to like have to kind of wade a little bit into the water to get it. It's very disgusting, but you do manage to get the body. And can pull it up. And you can see now that, one of Gottry's arms is missing, torn or bitten off, and the chest has been torn open with the heart missing.
Right. I pretty much inspect them and everything. Like,
both of you can give me challenging perception checks.
Yeah. Ugh, so disgusting.
Oh, really did have a good time. I got a 10 out of a 22 on my perception.
I got a 1 degree success, but I do have special eyes.
You're not able to tell too much more from this. You're looking at the body. You can tell the wounds. Like, yeah, he's had his arm bitten off, and then the heart has been like ripped out, and the chest has been like torn open.
Okay.
Well, at least this solidifies the ongoings-ons of this cult, this whatever it is.
I mean, there's
I
also
suppose there's
the
great-
possibility of beasties down here. The giant rat that I was able to shoot away is just something minor that could possibly be down here. Mines can also be, inhabited by various creatures that want to sneak in during the night. So
That is true. Looking at this man, he's clearly been mutilated. He's clearly been gnawed on. His heart is missing. Is there any other, specific organ missing?
No, it looks like the arm was bitten off, and then the chest was ripped open and the heart removed.
No. See here. You notice that he still has his lungs. This wasn't caused by damage from...
Give me a +20 intelligence test, if you got it.
Sure
Well,
thing.
you do got intelligence, so give me a +20 intelligence.
If I have intelligence.
If you have intelligence, I don't know. It's...
Let's roll it.
Arnold.
16, that's 5 degrees of success.
You remember seeing this exact type of thing before on the corpse of Adolphus Cufsus. The removed heart, specifically.
Yes. Yes, this man was killed in the exact same method as our Adolphus Cufsus, the witch hunter. We now have 2 bodies. Yes. It's maybe disgusting, but it behooves us to bring this body up for the medical examiner.
Let's, instead of trying to track it all the way up past that moss and everything, let's leave the body down here and, see if we can find somebody else to better deal with it. To bring it up. Let's get everything warned first to not keep the rest waiting.
Yes, fair enough. Let's
Okay.
go. So we'll leave it by those.
Arno and Zilyana are just fucking playing.
Well, I was
Tiddlywinks
going
in
to
the
say,
fucking
like, that
room.
now they're going to go up. We cut back to the temple here. I will remove... I'll leave them here so they can have some vision. But yeah, so what are the two of you doing in here? So Zilyana and Arno, you have remained in the strange pentagram thing room.
So, do more things usually pop out of these? Should we be, swords out, or, I don't know, should we be playing rock, paper, scissors or something?
Arno is just constantly having his truncheon in his hand, and he's doing that thing, menacing, like taking a club and just raising it, dropping it into your hand, raising it, dropping it into your hand, staring at the center of the sigil.
Oh.
If I'm being honest with you, Mistress Zilyana, I do not know that much. I am but a humble interrogator of Sigmar. I am not a witch hunter or a demon hunter. However, it is obvious that we defeated it, even with our simple weapons. We do not need a mage, a wizard, a hedge wizard, or even just the most basic of priests to take care of that. If he shows up again, I reckon that you and I can take him on.
Right. Well, I reckon that's simple enough. Just wasn't sure if there's anything else we need to do. Maybe a quick peek down the hallway just to see if we can find the perpetrator still hanging around.
Another thought occurs to me. Perhaps it would be wise to not stand inside the
That
circle.
is also a good idea. I don't want to be transported to wherever that thing came from.
No, I assure you, you probably would not. Arno will lean outside and look up and down the lengths of the sewers.
Sure. Can both of you give me challenging perception checks?
Of course. The most useful skill of all.
It is.
It is 37 against 24. That's a marginal failure for me.
Okay. And Zilly? Zilyana?
Pardon, I got distracted by the barking dog. What are we rolling?
Perception.
Perception. Okay.
That dog has energy.
All hours of the day, dude. Like, it'll be like midnight and the dog will still be going. And I'm like, help.
That's the sound of Nugget far off in the sewer.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Help, Nugget.
All right, so Arno, you do notice something as you are like going to step out and look down the hall. You notice something, you notice something off. A scrap of cloth, basically in like this corner of the room here. You see a scrap of cloth that seems to be on the floor there.
Do I... Is it, like, far away from the door?
No, it seems to just be in, like, the corner of the room, like, the far corner of the room. So it's, like, the opposite end of where you are from the door. Like, you were going to look out in the hall, but as you turned around to do a final sweep of the room, you noticed a scrap of cloth in the sort of, like, pentagram room in the northwest corner of it. Sort of the opposite corner of that cabinet.
I don't see anything out here, but... What's that? Arnold's going to step backward and shut the door, just closing it. And he's going to move outside of the circle over to the rag in the corner.
As you get closer to it, you can tell that it is a large silk kerchief. It is embroidered with two letters. F.S.
Can you remind me if that is anything important, because my brain is not recalling. It's been so long since we last played this.
No clue off the top of your head.
Zilyana.
Hi.
Do you know anyone with an FS as their name?
FS. Would I recognize anything? Would I have to make like an int check for that?
Nothing's jumping out at you.
No, I'm afraid I don't know an FS, but FS probably might stand for someone in the city. Maybe if we bring it to that judge, he might know someone. Or that lawyer, rather.
Right. Well, Arno will stuff the handkerchief into his pocket, and then he will just move on past it at this point, because it's apparently noticeable enough, but not important enough for him to know about it.
I mean, you just kind of caught it, like, it was something in that the panic of combat and stuff you didn't notice, but then as you were sort of now having some time in the room, you caught it in the corner. Okay. Yeah. And then you were going to go back to the door?
Yeah, I'm going to go back near the door again, staying outside of the circle.
And yeah, as you go back to the door, you open it up, and you can, like... The only thing that's different when you open it and, like, peer back out into the hall is that there's now, like, the scent of, like, methane gas in the air. Like, you can tell that there's some kind of, like, pocket of gas moving through here.
Definitely shut the door, then. Don't let anything in here.
Oh, already stinky enough.
And I will slam the door shut.
Okay.
And he will go back to watching the center of the sigil, as if daring the thing to show up.
Yeah.
Zilyana's just like humming, kicking her feet
Thurston,
around.
can I roll an intimidate on the sigil?
If you critically fumble, though, something bad will happen. Just saying.
Christ.
Oh boy, something for me to beat up. 31.
Ooh.
It, like, the sigil has an ominous energy, but then kind of just, like, simmers down slightly. Like, you can tell that it's got some hostile energy, but then after a few moments it just kind of, like, simmers a bit and stops.
You scared it? Huh. I would think so. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down by the wall, fiddle with my sword, hum a little tune or something. Just wait for our friends to get back.
Yeah, so we kind of like cut now to both of you continuing to just stare down this sigil. And then we go back to our friends exiting the sewers. Mecurion and Barin, you exit the the sewer system climbing up, not disturbing the spores, and you come out into the night time of Bogenhofen. You can tell you've been down there in the sewers for quite some time. It's well into the night now. You're probably like at 11 or even midnight at this point.
Right. Now, did we have a specific location we were meant to meet this judge?
You know that, like, when he's on duty, he's at, like, his pavilion in the Schaffenfest. But you can also tell now, it's like, you make your way, but as the two of you are walking down the streets, people are giving, like, Barin a wide berth. Like, they're, like, looking at him and, like, raising hands to their noses.
Barin would like to find the nearest fountain.
Oh, this isn't Altdorf. There's no public fountains here.
Okay.
There are some areas, like some of the central ring, like if you specifically wanted to go there.
Sure. Is it huge?
Time is of the essence, Baron.
Well, you also run a shit-stained dwarf fucking behind you the entire time?
Not especially, but I'm willing to take that sacrifice.
And you will also at least, but how about this? I'll meet you at the Magus Estate. Let me take this quick detour and I'll meet you there in a jiffy. Because it'll make your life a lot easier if I'm not stinking up the place right beside you.
I take the point, actually. Very well, if you think you can be quick about it. I would hate to be ambushed or something of the like.
Baron's running.
Yeah, fair enough.
He just
good speed
straight to the fountain. And as he sees it, he literally does like that jump, hands to his side, go whoop, just bodies himself in the water. Because I assume it's I'm making the huge assumption here that it's a one of those really big, elaborate fountains that are like decently kind of deep.
Yes.
Okay,
goes, so you're in the fountain. And like as this is happening, you can see around you, like you're washing off some of the fucking detritus, which is like now going into the fountain. You can see like a pair of town watch like start approaching you.
Yep, just as planned. Baron gets out and books it.
Sir,
official magistrate business. Don't worry about it. And I try to lose myself in the crowd.
Okay, I want to, like, point out, you're not, like, by any stretch of the imagination clean. You're just wet. You've got some of the smell off of you.
I got most of it off. I needed a quick dip to get most of it out. And then rush it off.
And I like how your assumption, too, is that the fountain would have, like, good quality water in it,
It's better than nothing right now.
Yeah. Fair. Okay.
And as far as I can tell, with how fountains usually work, it kind of does a filtration system in a weird way.
Okay. So Mecurion, as you've gone off on your own, you reach the stalls of the Schaffenfest, and you realize that the festival is closed for the day. And as you get there, it seems like there are occasionally some like hired guards, not even town watch. These are some of the like locally recruited folks who are just watching stalls and the like, and that the magistrate's tent is also closed, and that there's like a sign up like back at dawn.
Bloody hell. I'm going to look around. Do we have the freak tent open at all?
Oh, the Zootopia?
Yeah.
The Zootopia is several blocks away, so you'd have to like leave here, and this is where you were kind of waiting for Barin. So are you gonna just wait for Barin to meet you here first?
I'm going to. Are there any guards watching after this? I'll talk to them real quick while I'm waiting for Barin.
Yeah, there's some like I say, some of the like local conscripted folks.
Yes. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, hello.
Would you happen to know if the Zootopia is still open at this hour?
Dr. Malthus is, not that I'm aware of. I think everything in the fest is closed down. Only places you're going to find that are open right now are the inns.
I see. Have you any idea where Dr. Malthus or perhaps our good judge here might be staying? I've urgent business with them.
Well, the magistrate would be at his manor home. Well, I don't know where that is personally. I just get paid a few shillings to stand here and watch over things. He smiles, missing clearly like 2 teeth. As far as the doctor, I don't know, maybe he stays with his stuff. He might have got it in. I don't really know. I just get paid here a little bit. Couple shillings, you know. Smiles
of
again.
course, yes.
At this point, you hear the of Barin rushing.
Barin, we're in poor luck. It seems as though everything is closed. Sir, where might I contact the captain of the guard? I need to urgently speak with him if the magistrate is not available.
Yeah. Usually none of them are sleeping, at least one of them. We can still interrupt their sleep if we think it's this important.
That is correct, but we don't know where they live, and neither does anyone else. Our best bet is the doctor.
Go to
The doctor might know
watch
if we know where he is.
barracks.
Watch barracks, yes. They would know where the good judge's mansion is, and it's best to get the watch involved now, I think. Excellent. I would request that you take us there. There's been several murders.
All right, I can help you. All right. And like he starts to lead you around. Let me see here. Just gonna find where this place is. Alright, so you are heading to the watch barracks.
Yeah, I think that's probably our best bet.
Makes sense. Okay, 1 sec. Sorry, I'm activating a new map here. Let's find it.
Aye, aye,
Aye.
aye. If anything, Mecurion, if we kind of easily, if he doesn't know where it is, or he gets us lost, talking to the Solomon lad, at least we'll be able to get one part of our journey done. You know, so he could possibly point us the way. You'll more than likely know this town way better than both of us.
Yes, that's why I'm asking this man to lead us there. Are you suggesting we go to the... I actually am maybe a little bit confused by what you just asked me.
No, I'm sorry. Let me clarify. I probably fucked up majorly, because I was thinking the showman guy, who is the doctor guy. Then we go to the doctor first, because we could actually interrupt his sleep without pissing off a magistrate. And then basically say, hey, we found out your goblin shit got fucked. By the way, we found demonic circles. Who should we go to at this time of night? Can you come with us to interrupt the magistrate? Because having a guy that he trusts would make sense, because we don't want to piss off a magistrate with his beauty sleep, because you know how people are in Warhammer.
Oh, okay, all right.
So that was the logic. So we could at least have a lead to go through at this late at night.
The doctor should be our second case, but I'll be quite honest with you. I'm not sure if this professor of freakology or whatever he boasts of is likely someone to go to when it comes to these murders. We're dealing with a conspiracy. I think the quicker we get with the town guard, the more we can get to someone who might help us. If we have to go above the magistrate's head, so be it.
I agree. I was mostly willing to use him as leverage to go talk to the magistrate a bit easier. Considering
It's more likely that I think a town guard waking him up would be more reputable than, say, a local purveyor of oddities.
And this guy's like leading you. So you're still wanting to see the watch barracks, right?
Hey.
Yes, I'd like to speak to the captain of your guard as soon as possible.
The watch captain. Oh, all right. Well, okay, and he like takes you to the watch barracks, which is a structure kind of near the southeast of town. That's like right by the southeastern gate as well. As the fellow leads you, there is a sergeant who like looks up, clearly one of the actual town guard, not one of the sort of hired indents like the one that's leading you. This fellow comes forward, hand on the hilt of a sword, and like hails you. Oh, is it another dwarf for loitering?
No, I'm afraid not.
And then he like points to I'll let them do it, sir. And like he rushes off to go back to his work, leaving you with this sergeant. What's
Good evening,
going on?
Sergeant. Yes. Are you the sergeant or the guard captain?
I'm the sergeant on watch.
I see. Is there a man above you?
Man above everyone. And unless
fair
you're
enough.
Sigma.
Well, we'll entrust our task with you, and then hopefully we'll bring this immediately to the ones that you might answer to. There's a series of murders ongoing inside of this town. As of today, a witch hunter has been killed, another dwarf has been killed, and there's a bloody cult summoning demons in your sewers.
Right. All right. Here's a pause. Question, speaker. Did you have Etiquette Noble here?
Oh, I do have etiquette noble, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And noble blood.
Yeah, he like this guy. Let me
I really want that guy, that guard.
Let me go get Captain-
What do you mean?
Gotrin. And he like ushers you in where you kind of like have like a not a like fancy waiting room, but there is a waiting room here. As he like ushers you in and has you like sit down, and clearly he's going to get someone.
As he heads off, I'm going to come down to him and I'm going to whisper. Now listen. We have reason to believe this cult may have infiltrated certain sections of power in this city. The less people who know about this, the better. Bring it to your captain and we will decide our best way forward from there.
Roy, he goes off, leaving the two of you in this room. The still kind of not smelling that great dwarf and you. Okay. So after a short while, someone does return. Oh gosh. Okay. And this man enters in. He is a high-browed, noble-looking servant of the Empire.
Of course,
He
looks
has
like that.
he has a fine mustache that goes out to the sides of his curved helmet, a fine feather. And yeah, he advances. He's got a sword at his side, an open plate. He has a medallion of Bogenhofen office on him, and he like has this large sort of bellowing voice. He's a tall but cadaverously thin man, and he sort of like gives a slight nod, not like more of in respect to you, Mecurion, seeing you as a fellow like noble, a quirked sort of eyebrow with the smelly dwarf at your side. Guten evening, my name is Captain Gortrin. I heard from my sergeant of the watch that you have some situations that is of the utmost importance. He tells me that based on your noble bearings that you should be seeing me immediately.
That is correct. And well met. I am Mecurion of Sathre. I am of the noble houses there. I've come here to inform you that there is a cult that we have been chasing, or rather, that has been following us in some capacity, and there have been several murders that have been happening under your doorstep. This is of vital importance to you and to your entire city. They have been known to operate within Altdorf as well as this place, and they have killed a witch hunter in their current goings-ons. We have found them linked with dark magic, and we require a full investigation, as well as the aid of an arcanist, likely one versed in the realms of light magic, to further investigate.
Mecurion comes at him with a fucking grocery list.
So I need to read this.
Oh, here it is.
If they babble on about goblins and demons, he quickly loses his patience. And like this sneering man just looks at you like, goblins, demons, what? can you?
Well, I didn't mention a demon.
Yeah. No. But like, you're coming at him with like murders of cultists, and like this is out of the blue. He's like looking at you very suspiciously, and again, kind of the dwarf at your side who is obviously ruining some of your noble presentation.
Are we like sitting at his desk?
You're not at his desk. He's come to greet you in sort of the public room.
Oh man, I want to sit at his desk because I'd be like, I want to see if he had like a bowl of peppermints, and I'm just snacking on them.
Oh, there's clearly like a bowl of like little
Excellent.
confectionery in here, though.
I'm just
Which you were just like,
taking one. I'm not like a savage. I'm just ever so slightly politely taking one, taking it out of its paper wrapper, being a little loud about it, eating it, and then finding nowhere to put the trash, so he puts it in his pocket.
Okay. All right. So, Mecurion, I need you to make me a difficult charm test with this fellow.
Of course. All right, let's get to it. Difficult charm test. What's my charm yet? Well, I haven't had a chance to level up yet, so it's not fantastic. I'll roll for it, and we'll see if it's good enough. Will I be getting any bonuses for having Etiquette Noble or Noble Blood?
That's all built into just getting to talk to him. If you don't have Etiquette Noble or Noble Blood, he doesn't talk to you.
Fair enough. All right, I've got an 89. I'm going to spend a resilience. I rolled a 1.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to spend a resilience. Seeing that he's beginning to lose interest, I'll double down. Now listen here, Captain. I am Mecurion Theriolan of Safri. I am Prince of Safri. I am 16th of my name, and I am coming to you in the utmost confidence. Either you have the mind, the courage, and the wit to hear me through, or you have the idiocy to allow heartless bodies to stock up on your doorstep. What will you choose?
And I'm Barin.
He's Barin.
Hey!
Yeah, so I'm gonna suggest you make that resilience, make that roll.
He did. That's what he did.
Okay, good. I wanted to make sure. I'm like, yes.
His eyes go wide. Well, all right. Start from the beginning and tell me everything.
Excellent. I will.
I want to know every detail, and he, like, sits down.
Do we want to just, let Mecurion give that instead of reiterating what we just said again?
No, absolutely.
I will tell him everything, and I'm also going to let him know that there is a rotting dwarf corpse nearby a patch of red mold, directing him where it is, encouraging him to send the guard to lock down the area, and that my companions, including a junior witch hunter, as well as my personal knight, are currently awaiting reinforcements in the area where we fought the demon in anticipation of further cult activities.
Well, then, all right. This sounds very much all right. Okay, well, I will dispatch units of my men to recover the corpse, as you said, and then they will look at this temple, as you call it, in the sewers. Where are you staying right now?
At present, we hadn't found lodgings. We were very quickly thrust into this endeavor. Unfortunately, the witch hunter had suspected foul play and began falsely assuming we were in league with these creatures. Before we could inform him otherwise, some sort of dreadful magic was worked on him, and the man is now a charred husk without a heart waiting outside of a false lawyer's office. All of my... Yes.
Oh, good. You were staying at an inn, though. You did have lodging that you had acquired at one from the previous session. So you do have...
Oh, had we?
Yeah, you did have a place you were staying at, which was the Journey's End. That's where the lawyer had been set up as well. Or the lawyer's, the lawyer in training.
Yeah, junior lawyer.
Yes. So you did have a place where you were staying and had some rooms at. But he sort of looks, all right, well, I will send my men, as I said, to secure this. You've given me adequate description of the locations. You and your friends should probably go and clean up. He looks at Barin.
Oh, I agree.
And then we will certainly have more to discuss in the morrow.
I completely concur. I would request that you not disturb that ritual site without someone with prior knowledge, either a priest or a wizard, preferably a wizard. I've taken a look at that area, and I have some rudimentary knowledge of magical identification. I can tell that spot is still active. The slightest happenstance, at the slightest opportunity, it is entirely possible for us to either unleash whatever threat was attempting to be summoned or courted, or otherwise, who knows?
Right, I will tell them not to go in. You said there was a door. They will stand outside the door, make sure there's no one goes in. Then you can return to your inn, get baths, and hopefully have some rest, and we can figure this all out in the morrow.
Splendid. We'll be awaiting you then.
All right. And yeah, so with that, a detachment of soldiers makes their way out. This detachment kind of follows you just long enough to get back to the sewer area. Are you following them in, or are you heading back to the inn, Barin and Mecurion?
I think we can follow them in and let them watch out. Hey, that's a pipe! Hey, watch out! Hey, there's another pipe! Hey, watch out for that pipe!
It's another pipe. Yeah, you warned them of all the pipes. And then you eventually return back to the sort of like ritual chamber room. As like, yeah, clearly Zilyana and Arnold are still staring down this strange like circular sigil. And then these two guards like arrive with you. They're sort of wielding like they're wielding halberds, which they sort of like get at the ready. And they look in. All right, well, the captain said we're to look after this place now, and you, like Arnold and Zilly, you can see that Mecurion and Barin have come with them.
Baron's waving excitedly.
Oh, Zilyana looks up just in the middle of saying, "No, but Arnold, how do you keep beating me at rock, paper, scissors? I don't understand." Oh.
It's quite simple. I can tell in your eyes how you're doing it.
Oh. In my eyes?
Yes. You can say the person's choice in their eyes before they started.
Oh,
say you win.
God, you all smell awful.
We're in a sewer.
Everything smells a little awful. Also, hi.
Captain Goatfriend has told us to secure this site. We're to have it ready for you for the morrow.
Oh, excellent. Well, that's good. Nothing's come popping out, and we've found this strange handkerchief. Do the initials FS mean anything to you guys?
Oi, that's my cousin's name. Franklin Strackenberg. He's up in Middenheim. He is a fine fellow. And then the other one's like, oh, yes. Frederica Sapowitz. She's off in Nuln, she is.
Arnold will take the handkerchief back, considering that Zilyana just asked a guy, hey, do you know an FS to, like, people who live in Germany?
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, it looks like we've got a lot of leads now.
So true.
So true,
Next
bestie.
up, we go to Nuln. The following episode, we go to Middenheim.
Okay. Well, I guess I guess we just go back to the inn for the night?
Yes, I believe so. It seems as though everything is...
Yeah, you're gonna want baths. Yeah, you're definitely gonna want baths.
I want nothing more than a bath right now.
I'm, before we leave, I'm on edge. These guys aren't
town guards more skilled than us?
I
Thurston.
mean, it's like you're I mean, maybe you and Barin, but not elves. Elves just are inherently better at everything.
Are they better than level
I mean,
one
who
elves?
knows?
It depends on, I guess, what they're good at.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly just kind of take a look at them. Intuition. These guys aren't on the take, are they?
I mean,
marginal failure. I wouldn't have knowing.
I mean, they've been ordered to do something, which is to stand here and make sure no one goes in or out. So they're doing that thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's like they seem to be basically like healthy enough. Like they've chatted with you on the way here. They're not like get the fuck out of here. We're gonna do nefarious stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't get any bad vibes, so that's good.
Yeah.
After all, nothing in the world of Warhammer could ever be compromised.
Get out of here. We're gonna put
No,
down some
never.
cardboard, do crimes together, and game.
Gaming
Cardboard
crimes.
We're gonna print out 3D models. Suck it.
Jesus.
Hey, I got some resin back here. You wanna?
See this
If you hear pounding on Zoran's door, don't worry about it.
Hey guys, you want a Titan for cheap?
Heard you need some Caladius grav tanks.
Here you go. All right,
Yeah,
here's the plan.
absolutely.
We're gonna buy the box set, and we're gonna
I'm
sell
not
it
angry.
for
Don't
twice
get
the
at me.
price on eBay.
All right, let's get out of the sewers.
Yeah, so you return to the journey's end. At this point, like it's like we're talking like 2 a.m. now by the time you've run back and forth around town, done all of this. Even the inn, like no one's in the bar anymore. There's just sort of the keeper at the front who waves as you come in, like nods, like your rooms are ready. The lawyer lady's still here. She's asleep in her room. Each of you has your own.
Right. And to clarify, this was the inn we visited earlier today, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I did
yeah.
stable my horse there. Okay, good.
Yep.
I checked the VOD where I
Yes,
put. I
those are
checked the
nebulous.
VOD where I put my horse this time.
Very good. I like that. That's
Schrodinger's
like,
horse.
where's the horse? I must know.
I have lost animals in
Schrodinger's
TTRPGs before. You can never be too careful.
Wow. Yeah, okay. So at this point, are you all just like bathing and resting? Is this the plan?
Yeah, I'm gonna take me a
Arno
big shower.
Arno is washing himself. No one wants to smell like a sewer
I know.
person.
Well, I mean,
We're
sorry,
not
I
alpha
should
abuse, for
clarify.
Christ's
Barin, are you having a full bath?
Baron wants
Oh,
the
Make an
fanciest,
endurance
most
check.
extravagant bath ever.
Yeah. Okay.
That he can purchase at this establishment.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Baron walks in and be like, "Hey, do you guys do that cool bath where they dump a bunch of wine on you?"
That was the worst
to be
Baron
fair.
voice ever, by the way.
Lauren is just here now.
Do I look like Baron Stackwall to you?
Fair.
I want to be fed with grapes. I want that thing that they call soap. And these oil thingies that they put in your hair to make it all feel good. Like, I want to be pampered like a princess today.
You deserve to be pampered like a princess, Baron.
No, thank you.
Aww.
All right, yeah, we'll have our bathhouse episode and then go to bed.
Okay. So Asterix Onsen episode occurs here. We carry on now. And then you all go to bed. You rest.
Yeah.
You wake up.
I'll, of course, tell everyone what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Zilyana, that drunken friend of yours is dead.
Oh,
Yes, it seems as though he was...
that's rather sad.
Okay, this is part of the Onsen episode. Like you're all like in your respective baths, but the ceiling has the holes in it, so you can all talk to each other while you're in your baths.
Like half walls.
Yeah, exactly, right. And then you just have little Nugget, like who is our point of view, walking between the rooms.
No, I want him to have his own little tub by mine. And he has a little shower
okay.
cap on. And
Okay,
splashing in bubbles.
Yeah, okay, fine. He has that.
Good.
Wait, that's unfortunate. I mean, he was a lot, but I don't think he deserved to die.
Probably not.
You'd sound like you're not quite so sure.
He was very annoying, but I agree that's not cause to tear out his heart and his arm and feed him.
He died brutally. His heart exploded and he didn't even have an arm.
was just a drunkard.
The worst
I've been drunk. I don't think people should have their hearts torn out for being drunk.
You're a crying drunk. The worst one.
Wow, holy
I just have a lot of emotions, Barin. I just care a lot about my friends.
And you cried about the spider, and you cried about the oysters that you eat.
Well, when Mecurion stepped on the spider, I was trying to bring it outside.
Mecurion, why you have to step on the spider forever? You know that she can basically fill her cup with the tears she brings.
You know, Zilyana, I don't understand why you cried over that spider. I've seen you club in people's heads with your axe.
Yeah.
Well, because the spider wasn't doing anything wrong. He was just trying to help. You know, spiders are really good pest control, and frankly, if you're just killing them willy-nilly, they can't do their job.
I love that you're all in bathtubs having this conversation. It just really fucking
No, Thurston.
Yes?
You know what it is? It's that scene from the X-Files where Mulder calls Scully and also calls the chief while they're all in bathtubs.
Good, except with bathtubs. Yes, good. Oh my god. All right, then you fuckers all go to bed.
We go bed. Big sleep.
You wake up in the morning, you're rested, you're cleaned. You go downstairs. People are starting to get ready. There's little groups forming. There's a buzz about. People are getting ready to the Schaffenfest. You can tell that some of the stall vendors and whatnot have come here for a quick morning breakfast. All of you eventually make your way downstairs and meet up in one of the tables here.
Okay, so what's on the agenda today? We take the pelvis bone to Mr. Weird Doctor.
Leg bone. Dip in the leg bone. Oh, sorry.
Right, the pelvis bone is connected to the leg bone, I think. Right?
I believe there's a femur involved, but that sounds about right.
What's a femur?
Right. I think it's what you run when you get sick.
Oh, no, gotcha. Bad disease, Alex. Bad disease.
Can everyone please give me a hard perception check?
Oh, I think you're saying intelligence check.
Oh, Mike's hard
lemonade. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Hard perception.
Okay, I can still get a 4. I would have been okay with that if it weren't for that -10.
I don't think I could actually succeed in any way.
Perfect.
3 levels of success.
I would have to have gotten a 1 to succeed.
No, a 2.
So as all of this conversation is going on, Arno hears some word goblin, but is distracted. But Zilyana, as your companions are all having this talk, you hear from one of the tables across, "Oh yeah, did you hear? They found that mutant goblin at the warehouse last night. Someone went in and got the reward and everything for it."
What? But wait. Hold on. There's another 3-legged. What?
I didn't know that goblin used the vents. That's fucked up.
Hold on. Get the pelvis bone out.
I have it.
Yeah, he's pulled it out and is looking at it.
That looks like it belongs to the goblin, right?
As far as I'm concerned, yes. We'll have to go and meet with that bloody man.
Damn it! I wanted the money.
Barin looks at the pelvis bone. Does that pelvis bone look goblin-sized?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's definitely a perfect fit, so to speak.
Barin looks at it. He looks at Mecurion, looks back at it again, and go, God, how much do we know about the thing we saw down there? Can it turn into other things?
Turn into other things?
Hey.
I mean, I don't know much about those weird things, but it didn't try to, did it?
Baron's just gonna stroke his beard. Troubled.
We should probably go there, like, now.
Arnold, you are certain that you have no relation to that dead man we found, yes?
What dead man is he referring
The
to?
one that looked like you?
That looked exactly like you.
Yeah, okay, him. I have no siblings, sir.
You have no siblings. Do you have an extended family?
Everyone has an extended family, but I've never heard of this man.
Fair enough. In which case, do you believe it is possible that this organization employs doppelgangers?
Doppelgangers.
A troubling thought, to be certain.
What if the reason that we encountered one of theirs that looked like you was perhaps planned in some way? Perhaps it was all a scheme to draw out this witch hunter. Kill him.
I'd say they failed, since I'm likely to do a damn sight better than he
You
did.
are, but if I were a man who didn't know of your own prodigious capacity for bludgeoning and torture, I wouldn't bet against him rather than you. I would consider him the more dangerous threat.
Arnold is going to furrow his brow. Not that it's really visible, but you can kind of tell based on the way his face is moving. Well, then I fully intend to make sure he pays for such a mistake.
Of course. I don't do well being underestimated myself. It's likely we're walking into something rather complex.
Let's go find that goblin. I don't trust
The
these.
nobleman, Thurston, said that he would come meet us here. Is that correct?
He said that he would talk to you the next day. Never said he would meet you here. Just wanted to know where you were.
Yes, that nobleman. I'm going to take a look at the whoever's running the bar today. Excuse me.
Yes?
If there is a guardsman, or rather a sir, and I'm sorry, Thurston, what was that man's name again?
Gartrin.
Captain Gartrin that wants to meet with us, please inform him that we will be visiting the, the Freakatorium, the lovely mutant shack. Dr. Such and Such's, the one with the three-legged goblin. I told him about it, he should know.
The
The Zootopia, of course, the Zootopia. How can I always forget the Zootopia? Yes, that place.
How could I forget Zootopia? It is such,
Such a good movie, and it has the funny rabbit in it, of course.
Yeah. So you're going to make your way to Zootopia?
Yes.
That is correct.
That is the plan.
Let's see here.
Thurston, before you begin, I roll to disarm the bomb.
Campaigns.
What?
No. All right. So you make your way back towards the Zootopia, which is back into not like full swing, but you can tell that people are being like ushered in to show like different cages and whatnot of strange creatures. And yeah, so you can find that Dr. Malthusis is like in his office, which is kind of like this. It's essentially like a carriage that has been set up in the center of the Zootopia, crowded with different objects and items and like bird cages and whatnot. The door of which is currently closed, and there is like clearly some kind of hired guard standing out front of it.
Good evening. We're here to see Dr. Malthusis.
Oh, you're the ones who... Yeah, 2 elves, dwarf. Yeah, okay.
Opens it up, and like as he opens the door to the caravan, there's like this like waft of tobacco that comes out.
I smell of many a noble carriage.
Aye. Smells better than the sewers, at least.
Like, are you going to sort of lead the way in, Mecurion?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, you like
Yeah, you're
come
the
into
noble.
this
You got
like
it at this
crowded
point.
place, and you can see opposite, sitting like by a table that has 2 bottles of open brandy on it, is Dr. Malthusis, who is sitting there like smoking some of his tobacco and enjoying this brandy. He looks up and like eyes wide, like, you know, that kind of like eyes go wide, and he's desperate to get the tobacco out of his mouth so he can say, "Oh, yes, you did everything you could to save my goblin, and I hold no ill grudge against you for failing, friends. I should have realized that the townsfolk here would not be interested in taking it alive. Oh, but the town clerk steadfastly refuses my requests. So sad, so sad."
Wait. I heard earlier today that somebody actually turned in the goblin.
Yes,
Alive.
yes. Not an hour after you left, they returned, indicating that the goblin had been slain in the warehouse, with confirmation from the town watch that crates had fallen onto it, crushing it instantly. Oh, what a tragedy. I have been petitioning since that moment, and, of course, this morning, to meet with the town clerk to retrieve the corpse. I was hoping to have it stuffed and mounted as a static display, perhaps on top of this very carriage, you see.
Well, I've got some bad news. That's not what happened.
What? What do you mean?
I pull out the goblin's bones.
Oh!
This was what we found in the sewer, picked clean by something I'd rather not get into. It seems as though there is some sort of murderer patrolling the sewers.
What slew this? What did this kind of near perfect damage to it?
I would not hesitate to guess. You are, after all, the expert on the strange creatures of this world. I am but a mere noble. But rest assured, I believe it might have either been some sort of unknown beast, or a rather pernicious serial killer.
Such a terrible tragedy that has occurred here. That must be why the authorities have refused to hand over the body. After all, there wasn't one after whatever did this was finished with it. Oh my. Smokes his tobacco more.
You may wish to get your money back.
Well, if there is some sort of conspiracy about, I don't want to get involved with it. If it involves death and keeping things out of me, I mean, you have to understand. And it, like, leans in. I try to avoid making powerful enemies. I don't want the witch hunters interrupting my show, you see.
This much I understand. You said the guard told you that your goblin was found dead, or was it a clerk? Please, enlighten me. Who did you pay?
Oh, well, no. You see, I did not pay. It was the magistrate who paid. This was the town funds. I didn't offer up my extra coins because I was hoping to get the body back, you see. But then they simply said that the crates had fallen into the warehouse district, that if I wanted to get any more information, I would talk to the town clerk, which I attempted to. It was a guard who came and told me all of this. One of Gortrin's men. He came here, explained all this to me.
I see. Well, that is rather curious. Regardless, we have been able to return some specimen of the goblin, something you could no doubt still use in your various shows. I would appreciate some form of compensation for our trouble, and my coat back.
I suppose this is very fair indeed. I could provide you a fine reward. I could 5 gold crowns, as agreed upon.
Yes, 5 gold crown is acceptable, though now you have a rather wonderful story to tell, don't you?
What do you mean?
You have a lead on a new fantastic creature. More fantastic than any garden variety painted apes, no. You now have a lead on an up-and-coming mystery, the strange creature beneath the Bargainhafen sewers. You and I have similar minds. I'm sure you can squeeze some extra coin from it. And perhaps for generating this idea, we might receive an additional crown or 2 in recompense.
Give me a plus 20 charm test.
Thank you very kindly. Is this guy, I assume he's silver? status?
Dr. Malthus oh shit, that's right. Sorry. Roll it and I'll apply the bonus retroactively
Okay,
once I find out. Because, sorry,
Fair
he
enough.
uses a different name. Okay.
Right, that would be a marginal success.
Yes, well, I suppose for that I could throw in an extra crown, but that's all I can afford right now, my friends. After all, you'd have to give me some more information on this creature. You'd have to tell me something about it. I need to know something. You come here with a pelvis. For all I know, you just simply found it, and that's the extent of your knowledge. You need to tell me something about what slew my precious goblin.
I'll lean in. All right, then.
What if I said the bodies nearby were missing their hearts and nothing else?
Like, nods a bit. Oh, and he, like, quickly fumbles the coins, passes you the 6 crowns. I want nothing to do with this. That sounds abominable, like some sort of witchcraft or demonology. No, I don't traffic in any of that. That sort of thing is awful. Ugh.
Well, that's splendid to hear, good sir.
Keep a distance from that.
Now, wise. Very wise.
How many hearts have you found?
This is something that I believe you'd be best off not knowing, but I appreciate your candor. Do you know the magistrate's address, by the way? We'd like to meet with him.
His personal home? No. I don't at all. I simply know that he is at the pavilion here, but, well, that's the other problem. He's apparently fallen ill this morning, so has not come in for his regular appointment. They've have a secondary magistrate in his place.
How convenient. Thank you very much. You've been a tremendous help, Doctor. Best of luck in recouping your investment.
I can't provide any more, but if this type of creature is what you say it is, he sort of like leans in. Well, you might.
Alrighty then.
At some point, when your options are exhausted, travel to the Temple of Verena. I hear they may have useful libraries for researching such dastardly things.
This is very good. Before we go, off the top of my head, I understand the Empire wizards are rather poorly regarded. Would you happen to know of any local here?
Oh, no. I'm a traveling man. I don't establish too many contacts. No. The only things I know are the people who frequent this festival. Yes.
Hey, Thurston, would a Lord Reichland help me with that?
To find a wizard? Yeah,
like
absolutely.
A state wizard.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Sure,
gonna
give
do a
yourself
Lord
plus
Reichland.
20 on that.
Just channel.
Yeah.
Plus 20, interesting. Alright. 47, that'll be 2 degrees of success.
Okay, let's see here. Vizard. So, you know that there's probably some wizards, like, spread out throughout town, though your best chance would probably be there's a metalworkers guild here in Bogenhafen. They might have a representative of the Gold Order.
They're not light order. We could definitely probably find someone who is with the Gold Order. They may have ties with it.
Gold Order. Yes, I suppose that could do. So inconvenient for humans to be differently abled when it comes to magical skill. Regardless,
No.
a gold wizard will do better than no wizard at all.
Well, shall we make our way to the Metalsmithing Guild then? See if we can find something there.
Yes, though I worry about our dearest friend being so injured. It might behoove us to try to meet with our captain friend early in the morning.
True.
So, where are you going to go now?
That's a good question, Mega Man.
I like the name of this temple to try to find out shit. We did tell him we'd be going in a certain area. I say the pavilion, is it closer here at all?
Sorry, where? Click.
Is the pavilion anywhere nearby?
Yeah, it's kind of in this general area. Like, it was very close by. It's like this way, sort of thing, to the
I
west.
say we stop into the pavilion, and then after that we stop into the barracks.
Okay.
Once there, we decide whether we go to the temple or the blacksmiths.
Sounds good to me.
Fair enough. Lead the way.
All right. And as you walk out, you kind of head towards the pavilion, and there is a crowd that has kind of formed here, and there's like you hear gasps from people.
Oh no.
And there's like someone who's turned and like looks over at you. You might want to go another way. There's been a murder up ahead.
A bit of murder?
There's
there
been
only a
a
little
murder.
bit of murder?
Been a murder.
Oh, been a murder.
It's quite.
Just a little bit of murder.
No offense, man, but it's
Bloody
quite an
hell, please.
gruesome one.
You know, just a light sling.
I see.
It's a darn shame. Looks like it's one of those a junior barrister. They found her in the fountain. All sorts of ripped up, they did.
A what?
Is that our barrister, the one that we were staying with?
Oh shit.
Are you like pushing to
gonna
the
move
front?
up to identify.
Yeah, and so as we kind of end today's session, you push to the front to see like the town watcher sort of like pushing people back, but in the fountain is this like ripped open body that has the heart removed, and you definitely recognize Ostara Foss, the lady who you had met, and the individual who had been at the law office with you. Quite dead now.
Oh. We were supposed to be protecting her.
And on that happy note, that's where we're going to end today's session.
Ah, you bastard!
Sicko.
Thank you, everybody, for watching this episode of WarHams Fantasy. We hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you'd like what you saw here, you can always visit our website at warhams.tv for all our schedules, figure out when we're going to be live with this version or the other bit of our shows. Stay up to date on our Twitter and support the show via Patreon. So, one who's been playing Arnold Fleischman, it has been...
Earndil. You can meet me at Twitter at Earndilio, and as I've said many times before, nowhere else.
I have been ZoranTheBear. I've been playing Barin, Stackball, the Rat Catcher. And below me, Mecurion has been played by...
Speaker D, yes, hello. You can find me on Twitter at Super Snake Kick. And you can also find me on YouTube, posting no videos, but maybe someday, right? As Speaker D.
And Odoroshi, who has been, or basically Zilyana, who has been being played by. I fucked it up.
Yes. You're good. Hello, I'm Odoroshi. You can find me on Twitter at Odoroshirider. Thanks for coming, guys.
And with that, thank you so much to our game master, Thurston Hillman.
Hello! You can find me at On Call GM on all the things, mostly Twitter. Might be doing some Twitch stream of Dark Souls at some point in the next week or two, so you can find me on the Twitches there. I'm going to be doing that because it's more research for our upcoming new campaign, which you can learn more about in bits and bobs on the Patreon as we get stuff going. I've actually been kind of like neck deep in planning our next mad adventure, which we're going to be getting cool stuff out to you in the coming weeks and months, and I hope you stick with us for that madness as well. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Look at the Patreon for public posts about updates we're doing. Look at the Discord for things that we are doing. We do announcements and everything on there.
And just to hang out, we're cool on the Discord.
Yeah. Just come say hi. You can go through my Discord and you'll find the WarHams dedicated Discord through there. And with all of that, thank you all so much for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we will see you all next time. So long.
Au revoir.
And
Goodbye.
Quota for coming. Video games.
Video games.
And your spine will be vibrating.
Bye, Brain.
That